I can never lose. What you thought? Hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the one if you want to be recognized in the chat room. What's going on? This, what is it? Afternoon, 2:17 on the East Coast. Still early on the West Coast. Shout out to everybody in between. Yeah. Glorious time to be alive. Press one. What a fine time. Did y'all research that knowledge I gave y'all? Do y'all do anything? Press one. Did they do anything? Damn it. Press one. Who cares? Kev still got you. Kev got you. Shout out to the moderators in the chat room. The people posting my links out there. It's probably the best time to be alive ever on earth. And people walking around BBD bopping their heads to the beat. Press one. They doing everything Pac told them don't do. Press one. They around here BBD bopping. That's all niggas do is know how to dance. Press one. That's all you niggas do all day, every day is BBD bob and dance up these motherfucking internet street. And the females around just doing TikTok dances, showing off they fat asses. Press one. Lord have mercy. I can't get a decent Instagram scrimmage, a little slide without some old 40, 50-year-old single, ex-married, depressed, want to destroy a nigga life ass female dancing around on my phone. Press one. And you don't even need phone numbers no more. The hard work is over, guys. It's over. They don't care anyway. It's just all over the place. Who gives a fuck? Remy Red, what's up with you? Amanda, Brittany, Shiva, Jennifer, Taj, what's up with you? Black and Silver, good to see you. That's a beautiful message you got there, Kev. We here. If you can't make it, you a blessing, brother. Well, thank you for that. You know, that's important to me. That means a lot to me. That type of shit make you cry sometimes. What? You know what I'm saying? And that's what they be trying to take away from this channel. That's why I get so much hate and so much trolls and so many people playing on my phone and that's so much hate. And in real life, come on, ladies, you know the fuck I'm talking about in the spirit world that y'all be in. Press one with the energy. Y'all know I'm divinely protected. Press one. Ain't no other nigga can go through so much. Lord have me. What's wrong with our community? They just beat me up all over the place, spiritually attacking me all over the place. Spirit all over the place. What's up, Brittany? You know what I'm talking about. Spirit on me. They trying to get me up out of here. They say, Kev, bro, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. I have no control over my spirit and lips. Press one. What the fuck do they want me to know? Don't you get it? I have no control. Press one. Over this shit. It's just what it is. I just know, Kev, stop. Stop it right now. Please. Don't do it. Why? Why what? I don't get it. You feel me, Jamie? Why what? It's just knowledge. Why are we hiding this from press one? Why are we hiding this? Press one. from such good people. I don't get it. Press one. What's up with these people? Either I don't get them or they don't get me. I don't know. What you mean? This is not good for the people. So we got to tell them they from Africa. Press one. We got to sell allegories and for algorithms. Press one. And an oligarchy. Press one. I'm tired of my people daydreaming all day, just like this. In church, all over the place. Dying of diabetes. The health centers that's supposed to help you is destroying you, and you out here blaming God for and then thanking God for your paycheck, bro. It's all backward. It's all backward. What's up with it, Max? Yeah, I got a great little video to show y'all. Great. It's along the topic of discussion. Masters of Disguise, Part 11. The Ashkenazi Jew, Russian Jews' destruction of my people. Press one, damn. Destruction of my people. These people don't hijack the whole community, hijack your whole extermination process to hide their grandfather's deceitfulness, dirty deeds right here in American. I mean, Russian Jews becoming Jews to hide the massacre of the real Jews so that they, as Russian Khazarians, can get away with our money and our gold. And nobody is supposed to say nothing. Because why? Because that's God's people. God's people won't do stuff like that. God's people don't act like that. In fact, God's people don't form 501(c)(3)s, corporations. Press one. God's people don't even believe in the dead. That's necromancy. Press one. That's where all this spiritual madness come from. Y'all all involved in spiritual wickedness, and your power is wearing thin. As you can see, I'm finer than I ever been. Press one. They say when you turn 40, they say you really get it. Press one. Boy. Look like your spiritual magic don't work. Press one. See? Seen this? Wait. Yeah. It's not going to work. Press one. You can pull the baddest ones out now. The baddest ones. Come on. Come on with it, Cletus. Press one. Come on with the spiritual warfare. See, people, you got to learn how to fight spiritually and physically. Press one. And on this plane right here, whatever this is, the clouds, right? The internet, the waves. Got it. You got to be able to beat them all up on different levels. They be mad at me because I'm going up and down like an elevator. They stuck where they at. So at any time I can press a button like Willy Wonka and go to the level above them, press one because they weak. They don't know nothing. Spiritually dead. Their laws are dead. God is done with these folks. Done. Just done. Niggas in the back confused. What the fuck? What the fuck? Whole 2 years they spent plotting, planning, scheming when they supposed to be learning from the best professor of all time. Press one. They supposed to be learning. Then when you call them up, nothing to say. They just leave. They think they leaving me out there because I say, y'all leave me out there. Press one. But you leaving me out there to answer all the questions you're supposed to have. That's insane, family. At some point, you're supposed to have some type of sense of urgency. Are y'all just happy on the bench? Press one. Kev Rowe on the bench. Press one. Number 12. Number 12. Press one. Shout out to y'all too. I'll fucking with you. I'll be fucking with y'all, man. But I got to show y'all this. It's Kim Hunter. Good to see you in the chat room. I got to show y'all this because, again, we watch a lot of things now, especially with a specific perspective, a different perspective from growing up and being forced to think a certain way. You got to just, a different perspective is a good perspective. Any person out there thinking on their own and not being bombarded with other people's truths and historical events that don't even make sense. Shout out to y'all. So I'm going to show y'all today. I've been showing y'all about the theater of war, how these Russian Romanov folk stole the identity and call themselves like Orthodox Jews, Orthodox Christians all over here in America, eating off of America, like just totally eating off of the names of your forefathers. Press one. This is your nation. You are the children of sovereigns and people who are under common law and freemen, not of federal bonded German American type. Well, I don't even know what to call it now because it's not even fathomable. It's like really nothing. It's like a non-existent state to a existent state. So that's kind of like difficult to put together, but it is what it is. So I'm going to show you guys. You should be already aware with the timelines, but I'm going to show you guys historical propaganda. Now, you got to know that the Jews created Hollywood. Do you understand that? Russian, Ashkenazi, and Sephardic Jews created Hollywood. That's the entertainment business. If you don't, if you if you don't know that, they created Hollywood. They came over with Hollywood. They are the controllers of Hollywood. Let's put the Russian aspect when it comes to banking and all that stuff to the side. Let's deal with just the entertainment and the Trojan horse or the elephant in the room per se. Did you know that Adolf Hitler got the idea of exterminating the Jews from America? Let me say that again. Do you know that Adolf Hitler, this character here, got the whole extermination of the Jews from America? Did you know that? Did you know that he got that from America? Now that's crazy to think about that. Adolf Hitler will get the extermination process and elimination process and the genocidal process, the whole thing from America and Jim Crow. And people notice and these go over people's head. I said he got the whole thing from America during Jim Crow, which they never ended. But I want you to really think about the time frame when you think about this problem they got here. Hitler got the idea from the white folk in Jim Crow. Now, this is self-admitted. All we got to do is listen. But I just want you to know, this is self-admitted. Where did Hitler get this idea from? Jim Crow. Well, first of all, I told you Hitler was here. But I already showed you they at the White House like this. I don't got to show you nothing else. Now we just wading in the water. We just chilling. You feel me? We chilling. I already told y'all that. But now they got the whole thing. So who the hell was they exterminating to give them the conscious idea to exterminate you? Who in God's name did they prep up to be a monkey and by way of propaganda this whole time? Well, none other than you, as I've been saying this whole time. Now, the Jews can walk around earth saying, yeah, Hitler got the idea from Adolf Hitler. Hitler got the idea from America in the Jim Crow. So that's why he did it to us, because they saw what they was doing. But I already told you the people who did this to you are them together. Not any particular religion, a genocidal racial thing. So putting it into my mind, I'm saying to myself, geez, so they got it from you. Wait, Hitler got it from them who was exterminating and killing off who? The Negroes. So he took that idea and propaganda machine and took that over across the water and did it to you? Well, how many came to America? Well, 3 million people came to America bashing Jews. And the ones that stayed became communists, Stalinists. So it was either go to America, sir, press 1. It's either go to America or stay a communist. Who was a black man, Mario? Who was a black man? Who was a black man, Mario? Who was a black man? But Hitler got the idea from this from this from this Jim Crow era. That's very interesting. That's why I'm just taking my time with this information because this this got to be the silliest shit. Seek 7, you're not authorized to be putting dates in my chat room. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? That's not what I'm talking about here. You got to do more than that. Kev Rowe. You got to do more than that. I see you trying to get closer to my heart chakra. Yeah, since you in my heart chakra now, you got to do more than that. Press 1. Shout out to the people who contribute to this page. Chaka. Chaka, I just said Chaka. Chaka Davis. Shout out to you, Miss Davis. TC. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to Amanda. That's dope. Jason Harris. Shout out to you. Brian King. Shout out to you. Tiffany Jones. Shout out to you. Dizzle. That's for, I believe it was yesterday, I believe. I didn't come on the air, but I did do some playbacks, which I will begin to start breaking this stuff down. Jacqueline Chatters, Daniel Osborne, shout out to you guys. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, so they did all of this. Hitler did all of this to you, but y'all did it to America. Y'all did it to them. So Hitler did it to you, but he got the idea from who? So we got to look at who was federalized, who was the presidents at the time. Because it looked like America and Germany going to play a pity pat game with who did whatever to you. I still don't see how the German or Russian Jew deserves anything from America. I don't understand that. When we gave Germany alone a $55 billion that was supposed to be used to rebuild France, they going to take the money and build Israel with it. They don't convert it to be the Israeli and go over there on the ship Exodus. Press 1. And go over to Palestine. Press 1. And the rest of them show up on the shores of America. They done created a whole corporation, a whole corporate entity with the theft of the gold from America. The whole thing. They done created a whole new Israel. This is America is new Israel. Not that little state over there. They want America. That's for sure. They want America. And I think the Democrats and the Republicans know this. They want America. I mean, ain't nobody. Ain't nobody really did nothing but Trump. They want America. Like the Russian Jews want America. That's why all of these little groups is coming over here from LGBTQ movement. That's why they're all funded by Soros and all these other things, and they're being used to do what? Change law, change perspective of law. Get into the Superior Court by way of like little groups, these little fucking Antifa ass little sexual groups that don't went crazy. Press 1 on the earth. And you know these little subgroups don't took over your nation, but y'all looking at it from a individual level, like, oh, you shouldn't be doing. No, it's a rebellious ideological subversion of principle and law and and morality. That's facts. This is what we was talking about, the ideological subversion and breaking down the moral fortitude of the people in devaluing their spiritual sense, where the state becomes your God. They remove God out of the spiritual sense. They take it out. The state is God. Communism, the state. All hail the state. So all y'all are really all people of a democracy are nothing more than a fascist communist dictatorship. They're just privileged. Like they're just the white privilege, the sovereign privilege. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Listen, I don't understand where people even Mario, you gotta go. I don't even understand what you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying either. Y'all gotta call it in. Y'all just throwing things out in the chat room. I don't understand what y'all saying, and y'all gotta call that in. Especially my moderators. Y'all got something on your heart. Woo, you know you better call it in. You know you better call it in. I don't understand none of that. The whole Ukraine war, I ain't say nothing about the Ukraine war. Sit in the back. I ain't say nothing about that. I'm talking about something very specific. How Hollywood is used to overthrow this whole nation. And it was done by way of propaganda. You may hear me say something about Soros and all to make you want to get the urge to go on your little trolling. You know, hurry up and you're going to get yourself timed out, if not blocked. Because I'm not staying there. What I'm doing is, my class are the people that's here in my virtual world. They know this is about propaganda and identifying what this propaganda is. You haven't noticed how the trauma of the Jews match up with you identically? I mean, to a T. You went through stuff, they went through stuff. You went through a Holocaust, they went through a Holocaust. They hang you, they hung you. This happened to you. You lived in the ghetto, they lived in the ghetto. You can never make it out, they can never make it out. You move, just like this one. You move, they move like this. Hey, this what happened. Yeah, me too, right now. So you gotta watch that. You know your history kinda and what happened. So listening to them and their history should be like, that's kind of odd. Without you in the way, I would think you would be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told these folk, it is very important for y'all to go and look at that Russian Revolution funded by Wall Street, which is the bankers, which is the Russian bankers, the Russian, German, Jewish, Russian Orthodoxes, them, okay? They're also Catholic. Okay, so enough with the religious BS when we're dealing with Wall Street, because they don't have a religion. Their religion is oligarchies and algorithm. Oligarchies, what's the term we use? Oligarchies and what? KL Road. They want you to build a huge empire for Satan. That's it. That's the only thing democracy is one big satanic, big raising of argument to change law. The fuck is y'all raising argument for? You ever heard that saying? The law can be interpreted in 100 different ways by 100 different people. In a democracy, you can. Press one. But in real life, ain't nobody finna translate no law into what the fuck they want it to be. That's why officers overstep and they don't even know the law. They be out there pumping their own law, whatever they feeling like at the time. Hey, come here. What's wrong with you? Man, I had a bad day. Get your ass out the car right now, because I had a bad motherfucking day. Get out the car. Damn it, that's the law. You know the law. Even if I'm having a bad day, turn around. I'm finna kill you. I'm gonna shoot you in the head. No, you're not. Right now, you on camera. So what? You about to resist. I'm about to shoot. I don't give a damn about this damn camera. They can put this shit on tape. They brain still gonna say you running away holding your belt and I can shoot you in your head. Press one, boom. I'm not here to play with these folks, because that's what propaganda has turned you into. Listen to all that rapping, Y'all ever seen that big ass dude that be dancing around in the world? It's a big old muscular dude dancing around and pop locking all over the earth. Everywhere this nigga go, this nigga pop locking. Press one with tight shorts on. I just on Instagram this nigga again. Press one. At some point, niggas should stop dancing for about 15 years. Just stop every fucking thing y'all doing. Y'all just dancing. Don't know no law. Just about to do some old weak ass dancing around shit. And the shit getting like, is that all y'all do? Somebody else died yesterday. You know how I know? King AK-47 was like this. I put the little hand over the thumbnail. He was already like, oh man, we lost another one. Press one. We lost another one. We lost another friendly rapper. Oh, we lost another friendly rapper. Y'all ain't never even y'all ain't even know these people. Yeah, now at this point, y'all don't took these people. You, oh, we don't lost another one. Any nigga that's rapping. Oh, man, could y'all believe it? It's on Reddit. Oh, another person. Niggas have funerals every 3 days. How do y'all sleep at night? You can't. Y'all put yourselves in other people's trauma. Everybody in Chicago's trauma. Y'all got to let that shit go. Get back to what's important. So it's movie day, of course. It's movie day, of course. It's movie day. And today, it's about these folk and how to read this propaganda. Again, shout out to the people who's preserved these movies. But you got to understand, these movies will explain to you that they create. You know what a camera. I'm not saying nothing hateful when I say they created Hollywood. They created it because we did the research. Press one. But I'm not just saying they created Hollywood. I'm saying this is all for a reason. See, if they created Hollywood, then they began the Jim Crow style propaganda that made you into a monkey. See, then that means they created, what's that very racist film that Roosevelt played at the White House? What's that film? Come on now. What's that film? What's that? I mean, the Jews created, what's that? Where all the white people were subjugated to becoming racist? What's that movie? Put it in the chat room, damn it. I'll wait. Something of a what? Of America. Something. What is it? Where they made the black man like the monkey and he just want to rape white women. They did that. Do you know that? Birth of a Nation. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Taj. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you drive. That's how you drive, sir. Nigga, that's how you drive. Birth of a Nation. So the Birth of a Nation is made by the Jews. So the Jews been putting you in blackface and making fun of you this whole time. Had nothing to do with, Hitler did this to us. No, you did this to them. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, Hitler got the idea to make us look stupid. Press one. Well, who do the cartoon? We did. Then how Hitler do it to you if you the one drawing the stupid shit? But I know who you did it to. I don't know nothing about that. See, I know about what you did to this one. So it's like, look what you did to them. Yes, Hitler did this to me. Press one. It's like a nation full of Karens. Hey, look what you did to them Negroes. I tell you, oh Lord, right now. Oh, trauma. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. So, so it seems you went through pretty much everything they said happened to Jews elsewhere. The big bulk of what happened to people elsewhere, the big bulk, the big slice of the pie is what they all did to you. Damn the Bolshevik Revolution. They came to America and joined with the Jews and did this. Joined with the Russian mobs and came over here and did this to them. Facts. Come on, don't act like y'all didn't know this. Don't act like this is new. All right, let's go. Now turn y'all thinking caps on. Put your earphones in. Press one. Now I should play this one. Nazi ideology and racism in the gym. Let's watch this first. This is gonna be racism and Jim Crow. Press one.
Educate people about.
Now y'all ready? Y'all ready? On March 12th, the museum presented the second program in the Hate and its Impact series, Nazi Ideology and Racism in Jim Crow South at the museum. Press one. Oh, silky, silky now. Now it's going to make sense on why all these folk were so racist towards yours truly. Okay? Nazi ideology and racism in Jim Crow South is the second program in the museum. Two-part Hate in its Impact series. It examined what Nazi leaders learned from racists throughout and practiced in the Jim Crow South. Panelists discuss how racism and anti-Semitism were linked in this era and what the implications are today. Press one. So this is an excellent, excellent, excellent series here that we can all listen to and begin examining the official, points that they have and the similarities between
Whether you're here in person in the auditorium in Washington, or if you're joining us over the live stream. For our online audience, I encourage you to join the conversation on social media and to invite all of your friends to tune in now. You can share your reflections and questions on Facebook and Twitter using hashtag AskWhy or hashtag USHMM.
I need my own movement. Press one. See? Ask why. I know why.
This is the second program in the museum's two-part series, Hate and its Impact. One of our key goals here at the museum is to educate people about history and to help them understand hate, which can take many forms.
It shows shit can. Let's go to 8 minutes here because they taking too long. Press one. You know they like to drag shit out to make nullify your brain. Press one. I'm on my Malcolm X right now.
That the Jews were a distinct race. The Nazis were determined to establish a racist order. When they set about creating the law for this racist order, they understood that there was one natural model to look to, and that was the model of the United States.
Oh, one natural model. Now let's go back. Hitler was like, oh, shit, come on.
Who drafted the Nuremberg laws. These are the notorious racist laws of 1935. I should say, well predating the Holocaust, it's important to say that. The Nazi jurists who drafted the Nuremberg laws went to the United States to look for models. This emerges quite clearly from the records of their deliberations. It's a little bit hard for Americans to digest or accept. But it very much is the case. To understand it, it's worth perhaps mentioning, observing that from the point of view of the Nazis at least, if not from the point of view of everybody today, there was no doubt that the Jews were a distinct race.
I'm sorry, but but this is getting absurd at this point.
The Nazis were determined to establish a racist order. When they set up about creating the law for this racist order, they understood that there was one natural model to look to, and that was the model of the United States, which had by a wide margin the most highly developed racist regime in the world. A lot of what the Nazis found of interest was found in the Jim Crow South, but it has to be emphasized, not exclusively there. There was a great deal of racist American law to be found all over the country, really, and on the federal level as well, especially
Oh my goodness.
in American immigration law, which was praised by Hitler in Mein Kampf,
Wait.
and more broadly in
Wait. Immigration. Okay.
what was called anti-miscegenation law, that is, law banning racially mixed marriages.
Yes. Yeah. That was.
Which was law produced by states all over the country, including, for example, in the Pacific Northwest.
I'm sorry, y'all, but these are German Russians sitting right here. I mean, to me, it chuckles my gut that you know under the term Jewish religion, you're not Russian and your great grandfathers aren't part of the Nazi regime, the Nazi regime. You just fuck it. Because why? Because you got the same bloodline. That's for sure. That's for sure. A hat does not alter your genetic record. Press 1. Write this down in your note. A hat does not alter your genetic records.
There was a lot for the Nazis to study when they turned to American law, and they studied it very, very carefully.
And this idea, Beverly, of separateness, I mean, that's what slavery was about, and then any move to dial back slavery, and then certainly in Reconstruction, was to maintain the idea of some separateness, so there was not true integration or racial mixing.
That don't even make sense, because, anyway.
Absolutely, and no intention of there being a kind of integration of the African American population. As I reflect.
So who created the black man as a monkey? Press 1. Y'all created all of this propaganda and hate towards the Negro in some grand scheme of, oh, it was just theater. Well, that's what caused racism. Your theater. Your theater is what caused the overthrow, the coup. Your propaganda of the white man, of the black man, the black giant gorilla man is going to not only keep the jobs, not only are they well off, guess what else? They're going to touch all of our white women, and then they're going to take over. Press 1. So who did that? It sure wasn't Billy working in a coal mine now, who couldn't read and write, but can understand pictograph. He can understand political cartoon. He can understand what you relaying over with this goofy ass picture. Press 1. So who was doing this? The Ashkenazi, my friends, the Jewish people. Hollywood. They're trying to blame it on the average white person in your brain that they created is a cowboy. You gotta flush what this fool told you. You can't blame the cowboy. The cowboy didn't even exist. You know who told you the cowboy existed? This fool here. This the fool who told you that you went from slave to being in the industrial period, just becoming a worker some damn where with a picket sign, and you went through civil rights, in which encouraged Adolf Hitler to do what? Nigga. Press 1. Nigga. When your brain says nigga, 1. Who you think I am? Boo-boo the fool. Boo-boo the fool.
On slavery, and continuing further, you see that as the push for the Civil War came, there is more and more interest in preserving slavery and preserving the social order that developed there. And
Oh, this is like somebody's got their time. It's just, you know, time is very critical, huh, Taj? When you know time, it's just like, oh, here comes the fumble. You know they always mess up around this time. Yeah, it's right about the Civil War. Yeah, they get, yeah. But I thought they were already free.
so a heightened justification for the kinds of treatment of the slave and ensuring that the system remains develops even further and
Take your
after
time.
the war. Then there's this insistence on maintaining what would be, in many minds, a white society.
It's interesting, you were making the point, Jim, that the Nazis wanted to make sure Jews were considered a distinct race. The notion of anti-Semitism as somehow broader than Jews doesn't really hold up, right? It never has. It's very specific to Jews, not to someone who would come from, you know, the Middle East per se.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. What? This is how they do it. See, this is sociopathic, psychopathic behavior here, where you can what? Did you what? Oh, it's pretty clear. Oh, yeah. It's very specific to this peculiar race that this has really nothing to do with Jim Crow, other than Jim Crow-ish. Jim Crow-ish. Because Hitler did get it. So watch him.
There's a long history of anti-Judaism, anti-Jewish people that arises, in some sense, from the debate or the conflict between the Jews who did not convert to Christianity,
Huh?
as opposed to Jews who did. You see,
Let me stop, y'all. Let me stop. Do y'all see this on the screen? I had to go back. I couldn't believe what they put up on this. You're the only Jew on this earth. Woo-wee. You're the only Jew on this earth. That's all I can tell you, man. This is cold shit here. I had to rewind it, Amanda. I can't believe what the fuck I just saw. Wait a minute. I know they didn't put themselves in the South there and going to. There's that old English. Woo! This people cold here. These are the tactics you gotta be careful of. These people cold here, bro. They switched this shit around so cold, family. They the ones put the signs up. They put this. This motherfucker be up there nailing the sign. Don't you come around here, goddamn Jew. You Judean, press 1. Oh my shit.
in some sense, from the debate.
That's them right there. This shop is Aryan right there. Damn, look, don't come here. This is a Jewish lady here. This is an Aryan nation, Aryan race.
People that arises, in some sense, from the debate or the conflict between.
Look, if you got a drop of nigga blood, press 1. If they listen, why they didn't get y'all then? If the thing was you can't have Jewish blood, why y'all walking around this earth? Because all y'all looked exactly the same. Everybody. So y'all tripping. The same thing that happened to you, so-called happened to these folks. This is weird.
Jews who did not convert to Christianity, as opposed to Jews who did. You see.
What in God's name is this? Let me zoom in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, y'all. Ooh, it's a nigger etching. Oh, look, all the niggers. Oh, bro, we got this shit on the map, y'all. Oh, same. But what? Not like this. Lord, it's an old English. Look, look at this shit. Boy, look at that shit. We gotta find this right here. That's a whole extermination right here. I told you they was over here. I told y'all we getting closer to the source. You know how I know? Cause I only gotta work a little bit now. You feel me? It ain't that hard no more. Cause you know why? Cause y'all see. Y'all see what the fuck I'm talking about. Taj know what the wait a minute. Yes, sir, Bob. That should say Negro something. You know what you looking at. We don't know German, but we know what that word say. See? You know I'm fucked up. The Jim Crow South. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My man Todd at work, he don't hit his hand with the hammer. He can't believe this shit. Oh shit. Todd, look at this shit. I ain't never seen this. So what the fuck is this? What is this? Yeah, some German ideology extermination program. Press what? I told you, these folk crazy.
Elements of it in the New Testament that you have.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did she bring up the Bible too with y'all non-Bible believers? So, oh my goodness, this is gonna hurt a little bit.
The Jews who did not convert to Christianity, as opposed to Jews who did.
The were eliminated because they wouldn't convert over to the Pope. I told you they was charged with heresy. They don't even believe that stuff they was talking about. And they was charged with heresy. Once they gained control of your army, they charged all of our brothers with heresy and started eliminating them. Facts. Because they wouldn't give their birthright over. They wouldn't sell their soul over to the church for forgiveness of heresy. And sell them so they murdered them all. I know what they did, bro. It's coming.
You see elements of it in the New Testament.
Look.
That you have the seeds for it there.
Look.
And so there is a long history of that's religiously motivated against the Jews.
Oh my goodness. Wow. This is very specific. This is very biblical. This is very specific. And there's a reason why somebody else is trying to fit your identity, because it's biblical. This is big. No. This is bigger than your mama. This is bigger than your feelings. Press 1. This is bigger than this is the biggest shit ever, nigga. They took the whole thought process of who you are and your name. It's all in the book. It's all in the Dawes Roll, Dawes Pact. All of this shit is already in law. So there's no like, oh, you didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's here. The thing is that you're playing a religious role that is definitely a redemption process of the New Testament. Press 1. And what you're doing is you're trying to steal a second time, not only the birthright, but the blessing. Oh my goodness. That's why God is telling Israel to remember the covenant, because it's important. They can't own anything here when you remember the covenant. When you remember the contract, they can't own anything. They're a whole religious state. They can't, that's impossible. That's a whole religious state. So the process of owning things and them owning the world, that's not even possible. That's why they're lying so much. That's why all the corruption is going around the way that it's doing, because you can only play the game until it's officially over. Game, set, match, where it stops itself because it's stupid. It's actually just pyramid scheme after pyramid scheme after collapse of a corporation, collapse of a corporation. We run in the same collapse over and over and over, and then you don't got used to just collapse. All because foreign nations want to rule you through a banking system controlled by internationalists. That's crazy.
And that expression of anti-Semitism. But what I see and notice, particularly through the 19th century with the emergence of the social sciences being strengthened, fascination with classification of races, immigration that comes toward the end of the night, a change or shift in terms of who gets in the United States.
Look.
Then you see
Look.
a racialization of,
Because who gets in? Russians and Germans and Polish Jews and them. So we got a problem in America. That's the whole problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. Is that foreigners came in the early 1900s and replaced you, and you died. You died by way of heresy. Remember, it goes back to the church taking over everything by way of federal government. Remember, the church and Standard Oil went in business with each other and robbed you for everything you standing on, which is illegal by way of, we'll get to that. But let's just say, God is good all the time.
the Jewish people. And so it's an anti-Semitism that becomes racialized.
And Steve, so talk to us then as they are looking, as the Nazis are coming to power, and then they're looking to the West, to the United
Okay.
States for a model. What's happening in the U.S. at that time?
Well, you have a kind of an interesting situation because at the same time that Adolf Hitler comes to power, so does Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Kev, bro. Put your hands together, Mr. Glass. You damn right. That's right. That's right. Soon as he comes to power, here comes America's favorite. Press 1. Told you. Told you. Told you, bro. I told you I gotta find white and Jewish people to back me up. I'm just gonna sit in the lecture like this. Next. They'll tell you this stuff. Lord have mercy.
They're both confronted with a huge problem caused by the Great Depression, that is
Oh.
massive unemployment. United States, 1933, about 25% of the working population is unemployed. And that unemployment, that economic dislocation,
Sir.
of course, helps to fuel things like xenophobia. I think it increases racism.
Oh. Not the problem. Yes, it does.
It increases this fear of others. So that leads to both efforts to, further restrict immigration or even fear that you're going to be displaced by whether those are Mexican-American workers or African-American workers or refugees coming from a different country. And
Like you.
so I think that this creates this kind of climate in the United States during the Great Depression.
And it's interesting because you have, certainly in the Reconstructionist South, immediately this sense of what happened to us, right? In the same way that the Germans went through after World War I, which is, who do we blame? What happened to us that would lead them to, to feel all the things that would give rise.
Wait. Did he say World War I? Wait a minute. So you, Jewish man, are French? So you are French. Hold on, caller. Ah, you are a Frenchman. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up? You're on the air. What up?
Yes, sir.
What,
How you doing, Mr. Kev?
what's your name? Where you calling from, champion?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta, but I'm in West Palm Beach right now,
Oh,
chilling.
what's good?
Yeah, I just want to ask you a question, man, because I've been listening to you for a couple of years now, and I just want to know this because, like, forgive me if I did not catch on to this earlier, but so are you telling me I don't know what you call it, but I'm gonna call it the JWS. Are those people Nazis or who are these people, man? Because I don't know if they came from Israel, but they are the synagogue of Satan. They pale skin, big nose, and so for some reason they keep coming to nations and pushing out their agenda on nations and shit like that.
All right, but they pale skin,
Um,
big nose ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But you said
right. But
you say are they Nazis?
are they like Nazis in disguise, man? Because I don't know if this is the Jesuit order or I don't want to be all over the place. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting this correct of the people that we speak of. Um, I don't know how you call them Kasanaski or that type of term, but it seems like these people are like because
Ashkenazi
I look
is
back
who
at this.
they are.
Okay, so what is that exactly?
That's
That's a
the
nation or that's a
yeah. That's their race.
but why they go by it as Jews? Jews is a religion, so they just switch their race to a religion,
No, they
and how they
well
oh go ahead, Chad.
they are Russian and Germans and Polish people. That's their genetic lineage.
Uh,
To say Jew is a reference to scripture, and to say you are a Jew is because Jew is not a race. It's more like a spiritual practice type of thing. So it's like a name change dealing with Jacob and things like of that nature. And if they're saying they are that, then they will have to match all of the prophecies that's written biblically that's dealing with the law and dealing with the prophetic things that happened in the past to a specific uh, race of people you will call Jew that will line
mm-hmm.
up today and in the future. So these things in prophecy are very very specific of what happens, and they won't even know who they are. So them going to Israel being a landmass, that's just a made up corporation because Israel is not a landmass; it's a name change. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
So
because
so
I'm reading like
are they Nazi? They are Ashkenazi. They are French and all of these other things. Like they, a lot of those people fought in Hitler's and are with the same propaganda of hate and that Hitler and the German and the Russian folk had at the time. Yeah, and these stories of I don't know nothing about. What I do know is they did that to us. That's what I know. All that other stuff is what Germany has in France, because to me, it's all smoke and mirrors. So France doesn't pay us back, which will be the Jew. See, we lent money to Germany, and we supposed to get our money from France, but France, right, don't became
yeah,
Jewish and don't created Israel over here. So now the money over there, Germany destroyed France, America, so-called Roosevelt and them said, you know what? Don't even pay us back the loans. Now everybody gone back to Russia or wherever the hell they came from, and America is asked out of their initial loan, in which was used to fund Israel's escape from what? Hitler?
Operation Paperclip.
Oh, it's getting worse than that, dude. Operation Magic Carpet, Operation other things. But yeah, that's all Israel established after Hitler. So finding out what business dealings Americans had with Germany at the time is very important. Not just Operation Paperclip. American government, the Nazis infiltrated the whole government. They went all the way to the White House with Woodrow Wilson. The man just told you Theodore Roosevelt came into power in the same year as Adolf Hitler. Our gold come up missing. Adolf Hitler runs away with gold. They gold come up
Wow.
missing. They gold come up disappearing. Where Hitler's gold? I don't know. Nobody knows.
He faking his death.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter about faking a death. Motherfucker probably just never existed. These are fucking characters created by Adolf Hitler. Fuck faking, by Disney and all of these other Jewish folk who created Hollywood. So why you?
And they love theater.
Huh? Say it again.
Yeah, these people love theater. They love cosplay. You know.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Cosplay. There you have it.
And they told you that Hitler was a big fan of the movies. They say that so I remember being in middle school and my early education.
Hitler's
always tell
army.
me-
Hitler's
Hitler
army
was-
is the little Boy Scout. That's his real army. Hitler's real army is the youth. Hitler's youth. That's his real army. Hundreds of thousands of little kids. That's the army right there.
Man.
Yeah. And they was of many backgrounds. Jews. Did you know Adolf Hitler had the SS was just full of Jews? Full of these folk? Did you know that?
No,
Hitler had his
I
own
did
Jewish
not know
army. He had a whole Jewish army.
But he attacked Poland first.
Sir,
Correct?
Sir, the rise of Adolf Hitler is by the Wall Street. Without J.P. Morgan and Chase Manhattan, Hitler wouldn't even been existed. See? So who funded Adolf Hitler? J.P. Morgan. But where did they get
J.P.
the money
Morgan.
from? Where did J.P. Morgan get all this?
Rockefeller.
No. Where did J.P. Morgan get the gold from?
Those are stolen goods. He got it from.
Where he get it from? He got it from Grover Cleveland, sir.
You said in the last. You said in
Sir,
the
he got it from. I want you to pound it in your head, though. You got it. He gave it to Grover Cleveland. Gave it to him, and they used that to fund Hitler.
I wouldn't know that.
Google it.
Hold on. One more thing, Kev. One more thing. I'm gonna go ahead and spit and
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let it dry.
Go ahead.
Have you seen the movie X-Men?
X-Men what? What about it?
I believe it's the first part where they show Magneto. He was there. Yeah, he was in those camps.
Uh-huh.
Those Nazi camps.
Yes.
And then and I think it was in black and white. But I believe that what they're showing, because they say that X-Men is really about black people, but what they're showing was the incarceration of the black man that you were speaking about. The picture you showed us with the asylum, and they say they had our people in.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. This might be a stretch, but I think what Magneto was going through is that asylum that you showed us before. Maybe you can search up this scene on YouTube.
Magneto was going through the trauma of forgetting and not knowing.
Oh, wow.
You remember? He was tripping. See, Magneto,
So that's why his arch nemesis.
huh?
Oh no, no, I was gonna say that's why his arch
No,
nemesis
he
or whatever.
forgot. He almost forgot that he was in the Holocaust. He tried to forget it.
Oh yeah,
But who made him put his hands in the ground? Remember that he was in the Holocaust.
Charles.
Who?
Charles,
No, bro.
the
No, sir.
no, no,
Apocalypse, bro.
Apocalypse did.
Remember, Apocalypse is the one that told him these niggas who they was. Remember he said
I,
D put his
I,
hands in the ground. He just made him remember and shit. And told him release it
no, I
all.
don't remember that movie.
I thought you saw.
No, I'm talking about the first X-Men. I didn't watch. Well, I barely remember Apocalypse. So I only watched that once. That movie
Oh.
sucked.
That was the best part. That's the best one.
They did tell the truth in that. I gotta see that again.
I told the
My
truth.
bad,
I
Champ.
told the
gotta
truth.
see that
No,
too.
but you worried about cartoons and shit. You got to get back to what you doing. You worried about cartoons. 'Cause you a child. You like cereal and Fruit Loops for breakfast and shit. You feel me? You like a little kid. So you got to up your
But
mentality, want to be here. I gave you the meat and potato first, but you want honey and sugar smacks.
movies be telling the truth sometimes. Well, yeah, there's truth in movies. There's truth in TV
But you
shows.
worried about some
You know,
movies, though. I'm telling you right now that they took your whole. You worried about the wrong stuff. You talking about if X-Men is real. They talking about black people. I'm telling you, this is all biblical. I said, this out the scripture. This out the word of God, bro. That's law. You talking about cartoons and Stan Lee and make-believe Wonderland shit.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Care
Okay,
well.
I
You
guess
gotta
you
step
coming
it
from.
up, champ. Step it up, man. Step it up. You want to have play night with Carol Conspiracy? Didn't say that. But right now we talking about the Hollywood takeover with propaganda and how these people took over. If you want to talk about that type of stuff, Carol at night when it comes on, be ready, but don't be a child.
Unknown caller.
Carol.
Call from
Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air? What up?
Hello, this Professor Gillespie.
Yes, sir.
Hello, yeah, this is Billy. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
My man Billy. What's on your mind, Billy?
I just wanted to say I appreciate the knowledge you're spreading and you're sharing here. You're the Messiah. Yeah. So this interview you're showing, this lecture, I guess they are explaining a lot of identity theft. Identity theft with the whole Holocaust. They're highlighting the Holocaust in Europe, but they're really talking about the Holocaust in America, I believe.
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, it's a lot of identity theft and theft of our birthrights and land.
So it's a lot of people who was involved in the extermination process of those indigenous people they call African American.
Yep, that's right.
No. Anything else, sir?
No, that's it, man. I'll be in the back of the class. Thank you very much, sir.
Man. Enjoy the rest of your time. Nah, for real, you talking about some movies. We on some real. My man was on X-Men. He too worried about the play of it all. Those are people who really not fortified in the Word of God. They fortified in the perceptions of Disney and Stan Lee. Press 1. So he'll think about it. But it was Apocalypse who showed him, and it was Apocalypse who really showed the Phoenix. But that's a whole nother
unknown
story.
caller. Call from
I thought he really wanted to play X-Men. I was going to go there with him, but he didn't even see the most important. So he don't know nothing. He just playing. Coffee and Kush TV, Carroll University. You on the air? What up?
You on care top of the morning, man. It's Chico from LA. I just wanted to call to contribute real quick, something small. Hopefully it's something major though to back up what you're saying. So the other day I was driving past the city hall and I was looking up and I seen that they had mostly American flags, but then they had one black and white flag, right? So I went to research the flag, and the flag is called the Palmilla flag, right? And it's for the National League of Families, right? So now when I researched behind the flag, it was adopted in 1972, and it's the official emblem of the National League of Families of American prisoners and missing in Southeast Asia, right? So right there, I'm already like, okay, American prisoners and missing in Southeast Asia. Okay, they sent us across. Okay, for the wars. Okay, I understand that part, right? So then when you go down
Those will be
to how many people,
the Pacific. Oh my goodness, go ahead.
okay, so so when I go down to how many people are missing, it says our research and operational missions include coordination with hundreds of countries and municipalities, if I'm saying it right, my bad if I'm messing up, and municipalities around the world. As this map shows, at present, more than 81,500 Americans remain missing from World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Cold War, and the Gulf Wars and other conflicts. So, you know, that right there, it just backs up what you're saying, that they sent us even to Asia, I'm pretty sure, and was doing stuff to us over there. And
World War One was the deadliest war ever known to man.
right, and for some reason, this don't say World War
For
One.
some reason, huh?
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if you ever seen that flag. It's called the Palmilla flag.
Okay. Send it to me and in this number. Send it to me
And,
so I have it.
I'm gonna send it to you on Insta, Doc. I'll be sending you stuff on Insta. I'm gonna do it through there.
My man, thank
Appreciate
you, brother. My man, and brothers that sending me things on Instagram. Shout out to y'all. I'll be having a lot of good information come through, just like stuff like this. You know, and this was just for a small discussion. I'm not gonna play the whole video. It's over an hour long. It's just a small discussion on Nazi ideology and how it played a role or where it got its extermination ideas from. Either way, they was here the ones doing the damn propaganda anyway. That's the thing about it. Is who's running the propaganda. I mean, now I understand Disney and all of this Bolshevik style Orwellian 1984 type thought process. Y'all been fucked. We've been fucked up for a minute. Ain't no Illuminati coming. They already came and got us. Yeah, buddy. They already came and got us. Now I'm about to move it on by. I'm gonna post this video up probably on my Patreon so you can do further research for yourself later on today, if you like. But I want to move on to Hollywood being invented by the Jews. That was just enough to show you the propaganda that's being used. The Jim Crow propaganda is all in relation. Now, with the theater of war and all of the things I'm posting on my Patreon for y'all to see, these people are really masters at disguises and video and making things that move, and when there's just a lot of cut and paste type of shit. You know, they don't created a whole world in the world fairs, a whole production, a whole movie type of atmosphere in no time. That's what Hollywood is. World fair. A big ass world fair. That's why on the Truman Show, it showed them in a big old production bubble. Press 1 because that's what the fuck LA is. A big ass production bubble. Press 1. one big production bubble with a bunch of people acting. Press 1. 24/7. And they never get old. These people will never stop. Press 1. It'll never stop. That's all they do. Just act. Actors act. That's why you got to get out of there. If you're a real human being, you can't be in these little stupid ass cities. Because you call that the Truman Show. That's what America is. The Harry S. Truman Show, where everybody just walking around, white supremacists as they can be, and black supremacists as they can be. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just be ignorant to the facts. All day.
Unknown caller.
All y'all do is play. BBD bop your heads and dance around
Brian King.
and wait for the next murder to happen so y'all can sit around like some old ladies and talk about the niggas who dead and what's next and who gonna die next. Coffee and Kush TV. My lovely student Brian King on the air. What up, champ?
Yes, sir. How you doing? Good afternoon, Professor. How you doing?
My man, I'm blessed shining on this screen. See, I look better and I shine better in a suit and tie. You feel me?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yes, sir. I'm calling in because I just want to show my support, obviously, and participate. I appreciate what you having this platform. And so research I was doing and that I just wanted to bring to the class was that I was looking into Andrew Carnegie, and I had came across the fact that his corporation created Children's Television Workshop, which is Sesame Street, but it also created Educational Testing Service, which is the ETS, founded in 1947. And so this ETS, again, Educational Testing Service, is the world's largest private nonprofit educational testing and assessment organization. It's headquartered in Lawrence Township, New Jersey, but has a Princeton address. So it's a 501c3, but it's private. And what this is also they created underneath it was the graduate records examinations. And so, I ain't graduated high school. You say you didn't. Oh, damn. Did my call drop? Are you there?
No, you there.
Okay, my bad. Excuse my language. I thought I dropped you for a minute. So what I found was interesting is that GRE, graduate record examinations, is the same as ETS, both founded by the Carnegie Foundation. So what this is it's the standardized test that the admissions require for many graduate schools in the United States and Canada. So it's what our school system is created by and constructed under. And so this is the standardized testing. This is the test that teachers have to go through. And so I just thought that was amazing that it was Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah, because they got it along in association with the Rockefeller Foundation. They gotta.
Yes, sir.
They have to They gotta give you the history of Africa. The only thing they got for you is Muppets, and you black from Africa, and you BBD bop up these damn streets, and you need help.
Yes, sir.
You see?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes,
The
sir.
only thing you know how to do is rap. That's it. And BBD bop up the street.
Right.
Nursery,
that's what I was like.
we was all raised on nursery rhymes, right?
Exactly.
And we all
Yes,
rappers
sir.
today, ain't we?
Yes, sir.
Now watch this one. The easiest way to teach children is by way of music. You do know that. These niggas will never stop being kids because they was taught how to be children even at their old age.
Yes.
Now, when you look at battle rap today, that is Muppet Babies in real life.
Dang.
Nursery rhymes of niggas talking about they gonna kill each other, and profits are being made, probably non-profit, private organ. To sit here and listen to the same old nursery rhyme. I don't even know how many times we can kill each other, families, with these nursery rhymes. They get more interesting by the character. BBD bopping.
You're right.
Do any of them know law? Do any of them study anything that got anything to do about? You can't even serve God and do that.
Right.
That's impossible.
And they going under. Yeah, that's just wild.
And they going under what?
That is wild.
Go.
Well, because I had did research, and I mean this is a little smaller, but I just was doing research and seeing how Universal was under Dutch law, and I looked into Dutch law. That's Netherlands. That's what the Germans was using. But I just said that's crazy that these corporations. It just I was just looking at how a lot of these corporations are literally based out of other countries as
Yeah.
well, and they're huge corporations that are running so much here with the media and different record, labels and entertainment platforms are all tied to just foreign entities, and it's just showing like, wow, this is what we are.
Caught up in. This is what
Yeah,
got our
exactly
yeah.
right.
This is we caught up in this buying and selling of it, and are actually the characters in this horrible horror movie we call American Psycho. Wall Street is known just for funding all the revolutions. Why they wouldn't fund a revolution here? Why?
Mm.
Like you said, Carnegie and the Rockefeller, they raising your kids. They the ones who taught your teachers to tell you from Africa when they from a total
Yes,
different
sir.
place. You can't think nothing else
Man,
because that's what Carnegie and the Rockefeller Fund told them to do. So, like as I say, you live in a Nazi, white supremacist country, and you've been under the mind control and the psychotrauma of Nazi propagandists who are in control of your media. Go ahead, champion.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, that's 100%. I was going. I it's crazy how I think like I'm dealing with this even in my personal family. I was going to speak on this because I know that a lot of people can probably relate to it. That's the only reason why I speak about myself sometimes, to use it as an example. And so, like I'm 20. I'll be 23 next month, and it's just like Christmas is in a couple of days. I'm not into celebrating holidays just based off the history of it.
Right.
And I just find it how like it's hard for me to even like be around my family when I'm learning the things that I'm learning, and I'm trying to make personal changes in my life, and everybody just want to be caught up in the mix and just everybody learn at their own levels. But it's just like we could really get ahead as a people, but it start in the household. It start with your individual family waking up, working together. That's what family is for. That's what the saying of like it takes a village to raise a child.
But
But it's
bro,
like
but bro, that shit old. That shit dead weight.
right,
Man, it be your family who don't want your perception to break through. It be your family who
right,
who try to knock off the good people with the good ideas. It be your family and shit who hate your ass because you just won't stop. So as a man, you as a man, you got to disattach from this whole family dynamic because your family is down the road.
yeah,
You see, you gotta
yeah,
you gotta
that's
come
real.
out of because that'll drain you caring so much about family when family be the ones who don't support nothing that you got going on. You be the only one out there fighting for family, and then you find out family was against you the whole damn time. You wouldn't even
Yeah,
you wouldn't even thought. Most niggas die and then look back on these niggas from the grave like I could not believe all this was around me. Yeah, be family. And people who know you best. It be the same ones knock you right down, keep you right there. Don't worry about it. Pat you on the back, distract you, keep your mind over there. The more you become independent, the harder they go. Then they
yeah,
start telling your family you rebellious because you ain't stupid no more. Now you got an opinion. Now you got something to say. So my best bet is to any individual is to enjoy being alone and taking notes upon yourself, setting goals, and becoming more and more. So your family that you love can see what you've turned into. Like Nipsey say, like, nigga, the blind can't follow the blind. Eventually, nigga, I'm gonna
mm,
work this program and we gonna see what work out better. I catch up with you in a year, see what's good. Catch you in two. Catch you, oh shit, boom,
right,
man, see you in three. Press one. But then at the time would tell was what worked out better. So this
mm,
ain't for everybody. And family ain't gonna get let family enjoy the holidays. Let them enjoy whatever it is that they get satisfaction and find glory and just let them do. You,
Yeah.
yeah, stay positive, and this fight is forever.
Right.
So you can't change anybody. You can, hey, stop right there. No, every person got an obligation to in their own life to adhere to knowledge and wisdom. Ain't shit you can do about it. Sometimes it take something to happen and they look back on what you said like, damn, when shit get personal, you know? And you're like, damn, bro, I was
Right.
listening to you. That's when you find out the truth. Like, damn, they really did see me this whole time. So I encourage you to just continue to grow. You should be worried about the woman who see you shining with all this knowledge in your brain. You better be careful.
Right.
Your family ain't gonna be ready for that. That's what they ain't gonna be ready for.
Right.
What the fuck you don't? What the fuck did you do, little old you? Yes, sir. But hey, man, it's good to talk to you, bro. 6 million Holocaust.
Yeah, I
And
got some more information.
fuck it,
I don't want
drop some
to.
bars. No, you good, bro. I'm smooth cruising, bro. I'm smooth cruising.
Yes, sir. I was going to say, what do you know? Do you know the year that I'm trying to look into the year that I got to, maybe I could do it right now as we talking. I was trying to figure out the years that we was actually in Italy and France too, just because like the Italian Social Republic, that was Italy. I found it where they literally admitted that they had an allegiance to the Nazis and France at the time. This was in 1940. And the Russians did because they created this pact.
But they had to get out of they had to get out of the deal by the treaties. Remember, they had the treaties after World War I. So they had to all be friends because that was our money they dealing with. Because it's the repayment of France. Listen, we lent Germany the money to rebuild France. If you feel me.
But if that was in, yeah, that's just they
stay right wild. There. They got you in time. That's it. World War I, the Dawes Pact. Remember, it's the initial loan. World War II was the running off with the money. Oh yeah, all bets off. It's been a global reset. We lost the money. They lost the money because J.P. Morgan ran off with America's money, and then started this whole Russian and socialist issue problem for America, which became like J.P. Morgan funded America's boogeyman. So forever we got to live in a perilous state because J.P. Morgan ran off with the gold. And they ain't never want to say, oh, we gave it to J.P. Morgan. You got to look for Grover Cleveland signing the gold over to J.P. Morgan for this.
Right. Man. All right, sir. Well, I appreciate you, man. Seriously,
man,
thank you.
I appreciate you, champion. My man Brian coming through. Yeah, they took off. They gone. France said, oh, yeah, thanks for the build up. We finna build Israel. Press one. Right now, give us the money. We lent the money to Germany. Then American politicians say, oh, don't worry, y'all don't got to pay us back. All the treaties is broken. All these fools that was at war that we lent, now they back violating their own treaty, which was already set up by J.P. Morgan and the bankers, because they funded every revolution. They funded Yo coup. They funded the merry-go. I wouldn't be surprised if J.P. Morgan is the Federal Reserve. Press one, a whole private institution. I wouldn't be surprised. It's all Nazi money, all Italian fiat currency. Press one. This made up. Where'd it go? I don't know. Is it Fort Knox? I don't know what we do this for right now. He just ran off with your shit. The Ukraine president come with a fucking dirty clothes on to the White House. I will be smooth cruising at the White House. This dirtbag, this Ukrainian dirtbag, press one. Son of Soros, press one. This dirtbag begging for another. Let me beg for $40 million. Let me beg for $460 billion. Boy, them niggas pull up to the White House. Boy, Donald Trump was right, wasn't he? Yes, y'all with the Ukrainian dealings. Oh, you're the big man, Joe. You're the big man, Joe. Press 1. Oh, arrest them all. Ooh, arrest them. Ooh. Ooh, arrest everybody. Arrest them all. I can't believe the political spectrum at this point. It's like is anybody watching this shit? Just everything we said is true. Look at this shit. Donald Trump was like, nigga, we gave you missiles and shit, bro. What y'all doing? We gave you tank buster. Listen, everybody else got to kick in too, bro. We can't be funding every war, bro. Press 1. We can't be funding every war. And now that I know our people really ain't biblically up on law, and our people really don't our people are like so far behind asking for some damn reparation. Nigga, you don't deserve a reparation. You don't deserve reparation. You deserve an ass whooping. Press 1. You can wake up. You need a scourging. America needs a scourge. America needs his ass whooped. These are Nazis. Who sent me this? American Expeditionary Identity Card. Harry S. Truman. I told you. He's a Nazi. I told you he's a Nazi. Somebody shout out Rico out there. Rico don't stop. I told y'all. Rico don't stop. Let me show y'all this shit. I told y'all they all Nazis. All of them. And most of it is theatrics. It's all propaganda and it's all cosplay. People pretending to be things that they are not. Coffee and Kush TV, Cairo University. You on the air? What up?
Hey there, Kev. Just calling into the show. It's a great show. Wanted to throw out a couple of things there. The man in the high castle made a post on the Twitter social that led us into another movie that I think really has everything that we've been discussing.
Huh? Wait.
As far
so you watch The Man in the High Castle is what you're saying?
Yeah, The Man in the High Castle. I'm saying, yeah. So the post that was made was for the Nuremberg trials. Have you seen that?
The movie?
Yeah, the Nuremberg trials, the movie.
No, ma'am.
So he just made a post about the Nuremberg trials.
Who did that? Who did
the
that?
internet? Trump.
Oh.
On Truth Social.
No way.
And it has a clip in there that is discussing the international tribunals. So I went back and started watching the movie, and it has everything in there that we discussed in the first 15 minutes.
Are you serious?
The name changes. Yep, the name changes.
Wait a minute. This a movie where? Where this movie at?
It was made it's about 1940s. You can get it on YouTube for free. You can watch the whole movie.
Okay.
In the first 15 minutes, also Greta Thunberg, you know, the little girl that does the global warming kind of thing. She's in there as a character, as a kid. She's the daughter of the Nazi.
What?
Yeah, she plays the role of his daughter. And she's grown now, but, you know, they say she has a young face because she's, I don't know, she's not going to grow up or whatever. She's kind of, not a midget, but, you know, she just has one of those faces.
Okay.
What do you call it, honey? Yeah, like a dwarf, kind of. So
Okay.
She's in the movie. They're talking about how they switched the names and about how Roosevelt, they wouldn't have anything. Roosevelt was their greatest hero.
Roosevelt was
And
who's greatest hero?
Roosevelt, granted, it was the Nazis and the Europeans that are here. The
Oh my goodness.
that without him, they wouldn't have what they have today.
Oh my goodness. That's something, huh?
And yep, and it really just kind of goes into the Nuremberg trials were set up as a fake trial
Yes.
so that they would appear as though they were prosecuting Nazi Germany
Yes. Yes.
for their act.
Yes.
But in actuality, you can hear them say in the movie, well, we can't prosecute anybody for a war. So they ran it on war crimes, the movie. So it was all staged. It's all been staged, but Trump made the post a little clip there directing people to go watch the movie.
So it's called the
But
Nuremberg
he didn't.
Trials. It's free on YouTube.
Yeah, the guy who it's called because let me give you his channel. It's spelled Doctor Dokter
Okay.
Films Films because it won't show unless you put in his channel name. So he has all of the entire movie on there. It's a 2-hour movie. It has the guy who recently shot and killed somebody. Alec Baldwin plays the main character as the prosecutor for the Nuremberg trials,
And
which is the same guy character.
so in the
What'd you
Nuremberg
say?
trials, they were on trials for the atrocities allegedly that they did, and it was kind of like a mock trial, is what is the conclusion. But what were some of the things that they were doing to the Jews? What happened to these people?
They were burning them. They were killing them.
Gotcha.
It's the whole story about how they killed millions of Jews there. But you can see in the first 15 minutes they admit the names. They change the names. They go about how are they going to do the prosecution of the case, and that if they run this case the right way, then it will make everything else obsolete for any future trials against crimes against humanity because the first one has already been conducted in a Nuremberg trial.
Yes, and that's why they feel like they got away with it because it has already been done. But
Right.
the kicker is who was it done to? You see, that's the
Exactly. It
dean.
was done
And
to
if
us.
yes, right. And if these people actually became presidents and heirs to things they don't belong, then they actually came to America and became senators, governors, presidents, secretaries of state. Their children became Harvard graduates, and so forth and so on. It didn't just die with some mock trial of Nuremberg and some false prosecution to give the appearance of what? Oh, we already did this internationally, so it cannot be done over. But it wasn't done Americanly. And we can charge from the American perspective and hold Americans responsible for even trading with the enemy at the time, even these big old corporations. But go ahead, sister. I digress.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. I mean, a lot of times these trials, especially like even O.J. Simpson's trial, these things are scripted. Like you're showing all of the characters that they play.
Yes.
You'll see even Megan Kelly today is
Yes.
actually looks very
It's
similar to his wife, and she's now playing the role on TV like nothing happened to her.
Well, that's neither.
So, and then Greta
That we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that because I got some
yeah.
conspiracies for Candace Owens' ass too. See, but we gonna talk about that
Oh,
on late
Candace,
night.
yeah.
We gonna talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for
Definitely
the
Candace.
call. Thank you for the call.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate
You're
you,
welcome.
and thank you for that information. Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome.
God
Okay.
is good. Yeah. So as y'all can see on the screen, press 1. This is Harry S. Truman right here. Press 1. Looking like a Nazi general. Press 1. And what does he do? What does he do? Carte identity. Press 1. It makes an expectionaries an American identity card. Carte identity. Press 1. He's a French French Nazi, man. Bro, get out of town, bro. Get out of town, bro. Kevro. Kevro. See? That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get right there. That's what you get right there. Playing around with Kev, Mr. Gillespie. I told you that Harry S. Truman show. Go look at it. These are your Adolf Hitlers. These are your SS. Go look at it. Go look at it. Cavro University, you on the air. What up?
That's crazy how you got Harry S. Truman sitting up there like that. That's crazy right there. But I was calling because when you were talking about Hitler getting the idea from America, it was kind of throwing me off because I was going through Jeremiah last night. So I'm like, did he get it from the Bible? I'm like, that makes sense. So when I looked up Jim Crow, that's why I typed in 1870 in the chat because I didn't know because my mind goes when I hear about Jim Crow, my mind just go automatically to Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like that.
Yeah.
What? So when I just seen it, I'm like, dang, I didn't know Jim Crow laws was all the way back then, but it makes sense because what happened at the end of the 1800s and early 1900s, and in school they say like Jim Crow didn't come in to like the 40s and 50s, so it was just crazy how they really just messing with time, and that Harry S. Truman just sitting up like that, true German Nazi, whatever he is, bro. They all across the board, they all wrong, all fake people. This is crazy.
And do
But you on one, Kev?
Thank
Like,
you, sir. I appreciate that, King.
go ahead.
I'm just saying I appreciate you for that. Go ahead. You got the flow.
Yeah, but when you were saying it earlier, it was like you got it from America. I'm just like, dude, you get this from the book because I'm going through Jeremiah. The Lord saying, yeah, we're gonna send all these people over you if you don't turn to me. So I'm like, that kind of makes sense, but yeah, I just have to do a little research. But man, I like this show, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing.
We will continue to do so. Thank you, champion.
Yes, sir.
My man, and ain't nothing better than getting my brothers interested. And I realize this. The energies this is why I'm just changed because listen, it is about change. It's because brothers like that, I really enjoy showing having interest, having black men be interested in an alternative view of history that makes sense in a way that it fills in the blanks on many questions that they've had, whether they graduated or didn't. They realize, damn, I really been on autoplay. I ain't realized I ain't used my brain enough in history class. I didn't know history. If you had the tools to combat your teacher, and would you stand up then and say, I am Malcolm X, damn it, Coffee and Kush TV. Hold on, caller. That's all I'm saying is to make history fun for the audience and people of the urban folk, no matter who they are, the urban folk. When y'all find it interesting, I think that's a blessing. Let me get over to my callers if I'm allowed to. Hold on, caller. For some reason this is acting funny. You got to call back. You got to call back, champion. You got to call back. You got to call back. Let me see here. You got to call back. Let me see if I can get it on here now. All right, let me get it on here. Let me get it on the screen real quick. Hold on, caller, one sec. I got backup. Just in case. All right, callers. Y'all good now. I had to go to my backup. Had to go to my backup. Sometimes my whatever goes wrong, I can't handle that shit. Can't think for everything. But yeah, for the most part, it's a blessing to get brothers interested and to see this, this is like French. This is like a whole raid. This is Harry S. Truman, y'all. This guy became your president. This guy became your president. So what are the odds of that? You don't think French? You thinking German Nazi? You better worry about the French. You better worry about the French. That's what you better worry about. Stop thinking a Nazi is like a race. You better worry about the French, the Italy. I was What up?
What's up, champ? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What up, bro? What up, Rico?
Yes, sir. Man, enjoying the show, man. Hey, good info you just presented today. And I'm calling in. I sent you the pictures of Harry S. Truman. I'm resending you a photo that I already sent you prior because it goes right along to the information you brought today is going to end with us talking about Harry S. Truman and more. But I want to first be able to bring up this chart that I sent you. Let me find it right here, where it showed how many people came in within like the 4-year status. I think it's from about 1902 to 1904. I have it right here. Hold on one second. I thought I might have sent it to you, but I guess I didn't. It's right here though. See, it is right here. So there's a little chart that I sent you. I'm gonna start talking about it as you bring it up. So as Kev and Professor been showing us and the people that's calling in and what we understand, like you said, it's a good time to be alive and be interested in this information. Once you see it clearly and know what you really try to see how, when, where, and why. Those things are very important because there's no reason you can be listening to the information or be trying to do something about it when you don't know the when, where, why, and how. So what Kev is going to bring up right now is Austro-Hungarian national groups and immigration rates.
Hold on, Rico. Don't hurt him this way, Rico. Don't come in so organized, man. Damn, Rico, don't. Don't hurt him this way, Rico. Lord have mercy. He came in organized. Was what the professor is going to bring up here on the screen. I'm like, I'm bringing it up. All right, for sure. I respect that. He got me working, y'all. Go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir. So as we seeing, it says Austro-Hungarian national groups and immigration rates. Where I found this chart from is actually looking into seeing how people were able to have the national identity of German Jews or Russian Jews, Polish Jews. I was trying to see how this is possible. Again, once you start to wake up and realize, well, maybe there's a stolen identity, or more importantly, a stolen legacy that we're trying to figure out here. And who it's for, like Ken said, once the people click and say, well, who were those people that they were destroying? If it wasn't themselves, then who was it? But as Ken is showing us, and why I'm going to leave it off with Truman, is they were able to enrich themselves by, of course, what Ken is showing us, stealing the identity of a people and automatically subverting them,
Yes, sir.
them in a state mentally and spiritually to where they don't want to reach out to history, reach out to law. They don't want to reach out to their mom and dad, let alone themselves, and try to wake up
Facts.
the next morning with these things on their mind.
Facts.
From future generations to past generations to bring it all together. So as kids and doing, they say we're on backwards, also move forward at the same time. So
Hungarians, Croatians, Romans, Slavics, and at the bottom it says Jews. Now, in hindsight, all of this chart is the Jews, and of course, it's going to be
Right.
more people added to this, which is going to be Palestinian Jews, African Jews, the 50 nations of Confederacy.
Right.
So at the bottom, they said in the total span of just about 4 years, it was 50 million people. They have
Oh
record. We
my
know it's way
goodness.
record, but just 50 million people that was able to take on a Jewish identity
Wow.
between the years of 1906 and 1910.
Go ahead.
Who are already coming in to be Jews to be able to say we're under in World War I, we're getting ready to meet Adolf Hitler and the regime that was before Adolf Hitler to say we already have a cover store, pretty much is what I'm saying. They came with their cover store, brought their people in, started changing the identity, and that's why Harry S. Truman is important, because Harry S. Truman played a role in the first World War I. As you can see, he's in the American Expeditionary Forces, and which we know. So let me read this right here from about Mr. Harry S. Truman and set the tone for him. 1 second, hold on.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Milestones, January. Here it is.
Wow.
You know, say the Addison ship. Because let me say this. His father, okay, now I'm going to say, I didn't see the screenshot, but I got the screenshot. And I'm going to mention this. Now, why it's important why I'm bringing in, even because, like you said, he became president and so many more things, just even with the state of Israel, but just in general with the whole still of the identity and the trust and things of that nature working with the bankers. But for the most part, his great grandmother is from King Georgetown, I believe, Virginia. So his last name is Truman, but as you look it up, his name goes up. His grandmother's great grandmother's name, who would have stayed in Virginia and born in King Georgetown. So we can understand this could be either a stolen last name or they're just replacing the names, but they're still in the ballot. So whoever the identity can be tied to, they might have just changed the last name.
Yeah, they're putting themselves because most of them were military men, so they will be putting themselves as military men. Yes, go ahead.
Because and what they're showing, he's when I told you about the Connecticut of society, all of these people from, because I don't want to bring up too much of the World Fair, but when we looked at the World Fair manager ladies, their husband is one of the people who's in the Buffalo Wars and early World War I, and I have records of them going out on expeditions killing Negroes while their women are working at the World Fair. So I'm gonna bring that up, not in this show, but definitely another show. So we definitely on them right now to understand again. Is about them working together, man and female, through humanitarian and charity acts to say this is the reason why we're able to do this, all because of charity and what Kelvin taught us being in those couples mentions. You know what I'm saying? Being in Wonderland until we have a civil power above us that's saying that we have parents tax rate.
That's exactly because you believe in cartoons. See, you're not capable of this type of power because you're retarded. You're more like the Addams family, a dead. You get it? Addams family, the family of Adam, who's just dead. So you need help, and you need to be placed in asylums somewhere because you really believe this shit real. When it's really Harry S. Truman, should they put you in this drug-induced coma and then give you ultimatum like this? Go ahead.
Ultimatum to say, hey, it's not about being black and white. It's the fact that if you're a doctor, that means you made it. It can't just be this. And it was important because I was watching an interview with James Baldwin, and I think it was called The Dick Cavett Show. And it was important to see that just a man who says he is half black, half white, but he's standing up to these people just like you all can. But like I said, I can tell his information wasn't what we have right now. But to just see this man speak up in the 69, I'm saying that was the last few generations of people before the crack and drug era, to where when he's saying, I say Martin Luther King just died, I'm saying it's more than just the color. Y'all people have done something so hideous, y'all know that y'all spirit, which you saying right now, we'll be able to charge them on to the Supreme Court level. Because they know we just haven't been the ones known.
That's right.
In the dreamland. And so so let me just read, I'm going to read the quote from him, but his grandmother was born in King George County, Virginia, and that would have been in 1757. And her name was Elizabeth Donny Fan. So Donhan, which to me, if you go from Dauphin, and that's just the mother. I think the father, I couldn't get his last name. I want to go further back, but I just didn't even want to not get lost in time of water. But I want to say the name change German and French descent. Now they're saying English and Scottish, but they're still in the ballot that Kev is teaching us, which is us, our family members. So they're able to say, oh, we're English, Scottish, but also we're German and French. Then it goes with the Jew to the Ukraine, to the Hungarian Jew, to the Saudi Arabian Jew, that these people can claim 2 or 3 things at once, and knowing that they're only one of these. Like you said, Kel, if I go to your great grandfather, how could you be coming out of the middle of Palestine, as the person said, and be claiming Jew?
Right.
Be able to, yes, sir, as the man was explaining. So let's get right here to right what it says in 1911, when Truman was 27 years old, corporal in the Missouri National Guard, he wrote to his future wife, Bess Wallace, I think one man is just as good as another. And this is the quote, I think one man is just as good as another, so long as he's honest and decent and not a nigger or a Chinaman. ... I am strongly of the opinion that Negroes sick. I don't know if he maybe actually put that in quotation that Negroes to him is sick, but he said ought to be in Africa, fellow men in Asia, and white men in Europe and America. So this is Truman's I thought process in 1911 prior to the war starting, and him actually serving as they supposed.
So he already was a white supremacist, Nazi, Italian, German Nazi guy. He's already full-fledged. It better not be no NIGGR or none. He's already, that could have been him holding up the Nazi sign at the White House with Woodrow Wilson. Who knows? Go ahead, King.
Come on now. So I'm going to just speed up a little bit of time, and I'm going to actually bring the other photos, which I'm going to actually bring up. But I'm going to say this right here. So I'm seeing right now, of course, what we understand, we did have people that just didn't make it back from war at all, and we had people who were honorably or dishonorably charged, and once they got back again, we can say for sure they were came back into a realm which they knew was different from when they left off. So I'm gonna speak to this because I'm really trying to make sure to get this correct so when I bring it to the forefront. But I'm saying right now in Canada, they actually had not only the German towns in America, which was Afro-American Germans, they had a lot of Canadian black Germans were living in Canada. So why this is important is because you showing us that they said a lot of this stuff took place over here when really when we're thinking about maybe Paris or we're thinking about this place and that place, all of these places were here. So
Also don't forget don't forget Nazi Germany exterminated and Italy exterminated black German soldiers as well.
Yes, sir, and that's why I'm bringing it up because for some reason I'm getting a feeling that our German brothers was just right there in New York, just different little places, and also in Canada and stuff like that. And the reason why I say that is because when I'm seeing certain World War I and World War II photos, as you brought up just with the videos that you showed yesterday, you were showing us that they said we have to outlaw German, no more German language in America, no more this, no more that. And not to say that we're the Germans, it's just to say that, and they took down Britain, the Great Britain, they also took down Germany simultaneously because, like we said, those are our family members. As we understand real history, we understand we've been kind of, sometimes we've kind of been fighting with each other over no telling what the principles were, but we have been fighting amongst each other to say a German black against a German Brit, a black Brit or black Irish, things of that nature.
Yes, sir.
So to wake up to that is to say that we can now place. Yes, sir. We can now place ourselves in America and not make it seem like it's all over that. So as they were killing the German blacks, they were also killing the American / Royal Brits. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got to stop thinking so spaced out. I got you.
Yes, sir. So if you can bring up that picture, now this was crazy. Now I'm gonna bring up another picture in a second so I can kind of link in at what I was talking about.
What picture you talking about?
But I want you to bring up that picture with Harry S. Truman, and you see the guy in the black pinstripe suit. Now below him is him, Stalin, and Churchill, and I also got the picture with Churchill, Stalin, and Franklin Theodore Roosevelt. And I'm going to tie that all in because it's the Harry S. Truman show. Since when Harry S. Truman took over, you saw the professor that it's been a Harry S. Truman show since then. And I can understand how they told it to us.
What you saying is, I figured it out when I started doing the Harry S. Truman show, because that's when I was just watching these old videos today. I said, damn, we was on that shit. I say Harry S. Truman is the guy from the Truman Show. They're the same exact person. So he got us trapped in this fucking psycho trauma ass life. And people didn't understand it at first, but here we are once again.
And that's why I say the way you were able to, because I watched the show that you replayed, and I watched it all the way to the end, and I watched a couple other shows last night, just going back for 2 years, and just realized, like, it's what Brian King said, just to go back and see all.
And I went back 3-4 years.
So much from all areas, it just points to one direction.
Yes.
And like you said, all roads, what we said, all roads lead to Rome, back to Rome.
Yes.
Pretty much when we know Palestine and back to France and back to Germany, and this was all it all goes back to, and to Britain and back to Israel and things of this nature. So I want you to, like I said, I think you see a picture right now.
I'm finna bring it up. I'm finna bring it up right now.
Yes, sir. It's a big what I'm trying like a treasure. Now it's the ark. It's really the ark of the covenant, from what they saying. So it's right above him shaking hands with Winston Churchill and the picture that you got when he was a cadet. And that big gold, it's like, I think it's supposed to be gold. I'm not sure what color it would have been if it wasn't in black and white. But I think they explained how they actually handed Truman Israel, the Israel that they created, but also we knowing that these people that took the true Israel.
Got you.
And they're replacing themselves.
Got you.
So that picture, I'm saying that you just to bring up, I'm just to read right now, start reading as you bring it up. So you can, so I say the creation of Israel in 1948. Now, let me put this in context. 3 months after President Theodore Roosevelt died, Harry S. Truman came into presidency, and with him coming into presidency, 1 and 2 months, I think within a month, who died? Adolf Hitler, and I think it's probably like 2 weeks after that, the war was over. Maybe something within a month of Truman coming in, everything was over. And then after that, everything started, like with Israel being established and stuff like that. It was pretty much like they knew they had everything, all their efforts over the past years was what they felt like was finally finished because they were able to create Israel. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to bring it up. So this is 1948. So this should be at least a year, if not, the war just ended. I can't remember when I think the World War II ended in 1948. I can't say 100% sure. But May 14, 1948, David Ben Gurion, the head of the Jewish Agency, proclaimed the establishment of the State of Israel. The U.S. President Harry S. Truman recognized the new nation on the same day. And they say Elahu, E-L-I-A-H-U, Elah, E-L-A-T-H, presented the ark to President Truman. Although the United States supported the Balfour Declaration in 1917, which favored the establishment of a Jewish national home in Palestine, President Franklin D. Roosevelt had assured the Arabs in 1945 that the United States would not intervene without consulting both the Jews and the Arabs in that region. The British, who held a colonial mandate for Palestine, the British. So this how, again, when we know, like they saying they are all the British, but they talking about the Arabs and the Arabs in Palestine, but in hindsight, they are the one and same people. And they talking about Great Britain, and they talking about American class leaders. I want people playing multiple roles.
Yeah.
So, oppose the creation of Jewish state and the Arab state of Palestine, as well as unlimited immigration of Jewish refugees to the region. Britain wanted to preserve good relations with the Arabs to protect its vital political and economic interests in Palestine. Soon after President Truman took office, he appointed several.
Where you go? Where you go, champion? You hit mute. You hit mute or something. You don't went off the air, bruh. Give you a second. I give you a second. Baby, don't knock the plug out or something. Kev, bro. I'll keep that out there. But going back to this chart, that is 50 million damn people. And as I said, that has a lot to do with the 50 million that were exterminated. Like, it had to be after World War I, because World War I, how many people died in World War I? World War I, they had you all over the place and got you marked. Bruh, you don't fought 2 revolutions and a civil war, and they still talking about some damn slavery. That's what's crazy. Rico, what up, champ?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I had got disconnected. I want to finish saying what I was
Go ahead. Go ahead.
saying.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Go ahead.
Keep speaking real quick because I got my little cousin in my hand. I'm multitasking. She only about 3-4 months, and I could just hand off to my little cousin.
Yeah. So only thing that I was saying was, only thing that I'm saying is to see these characters in different forms of their lives and having our people like see this is a blessing. No other university, and I say university now because we are teaching. I am teaching. This is some shit that's like, whoa, this is Nazi hunter type of thing. Like the United States was full of Nazis and they ridded the nation of it. What do you think Donald Rumsfeld was? Where do you think these people come from? These people are these people are built on death. Now, before I get to what you're talking about, I'm finna show the people if something real quick. This is a Harry S. Truman and the Holocaust, right? Now, this is a blog spot, an organization, and it said it happened in the 1930s when movie houses showed newsreels between the movies on a particular Saturday. Kansas teenager sat down in a theater with the mother and whatever. What I'm saying is Harry S. Truman and the Holocaust is like Hitler. Is like Hitler in the damn Holocaust. Okay? Hitler and Truman is damn near insane because Truman put people in internment camps and in ghettos, and Hitler did the same thing. But go ahead, champion. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And like you said, they definitely did the same thing with the what I want to say changing of identities because we know there was one of Hitler's. Oh, and that's why I didn't get the comment yesterday when you actually show the video again. Now, people were saying, and I'm glad to see the class was able to text it. At the end of the video, when they showing Nazis in New York, at the end of the video, when you see the guy run across the stage, that's the same what's the word? I want to use the right word, but it's the same similar or another form of when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. So one thing about Hitler, his main thing, which we know before even Hitler, is propaganda and lies to be able to create a elusive state for the people to be disillusioned is the greatest form of whipping that they've been able to use so far. So that was one thing about every time that Hitler went to have a conference or anything, one of his main things to do was put on a propaganda show to show the people this is what propaganda is supposed to look like. So as you can see when they dragging the dude off the stage and stuff.
Oh, yes, I got you.
Just the stage act. So when we see when we see the deaths and this one and that one, it's all been a propaganda machine, and that's what they were showing us. So that's why we can see even if they showed that video in New York, they not showing us really the full footage of the video because one thing I specifically paid attention to was the little German boys started approaching the stage right when they.
Oh yeah. They put the camera on them. They was over there laughing their ass off. But you know, I don't want to dwell too much in that. They had a good time. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what That's pretty funny, man.
We are the ultimate propaganda machine, y'all, which is teaching us how to break free from that machine and then hold that machine responsible for its crimes against humanity, against our people. You know what I'm saying? Treasonous crimes. Because these people were given a job, and I'm really seeing the job, and I'm sending these jobs too. But I believe through, again, what we're saying with the royal charters that were given to trading companies who would have been trading fur and things of this nature, I'm already seeing King James II give a couple of charters away to a couple of different people who I know for sure are these people, the forefathers of these people. If that's not just them using time memorial. But let me say it like this. They were able to bring a charter from the king, and the king say, hey, y'all can pretty much only by the sea. Like you said, they only had power in the sea, Professor. So while that was important because I found, and I'm going to get right back to Truman, in California, it was an island called Queen Victoria Island. I believe it's Queen Victoria Island. And what happened was it showed that island actually been one of, I believe was one of the first charter. That's what it was. And the Hudson Bay Company was the people on that bus when they took the kids and the video you showed where the kids were getting ready to go to camp and go to camp for Nazi youth for Nazi
Yes, sir.
in America.
Yes.
The actual it said Hudson Bus Company. So I was able. That's what made me talk. Say, well, Hudson Bus Company, who actually own this company, to be picking up kids from New York or wherever they going, wherever they from. They can probably have been in Austin, or wherever they. Right. So they was going to do. They was going to camps. And when we learned, they said it was over how many camps? Maybe 98, maybe over 72 kid camps. Particular shoots in America, just in America, we know it's probably more than that. But why I'm bringing it up is because I tied the companies together to say the Hudson Bay Company is an early company, just like the East India Company, who was given a royal charter from the king to say, hey, this is what you and your successors and your heirs are supposed to have, but it's for the benefit of my successors. So I'm saying King James II tell these people who are Austria-Hungary, this actual contract is for the Austria-Hungarian type of people to come over to Canada, and they were supposed to only use the waterways. He said any place that is not already civilized by a sovereign Christian, sovereign Christian, and then y'all are able to take over the land, the water, the fish, or whatever, and build a community and bring in people who can serve up under y'all, but it's up under us ultimately. So just like how you showing it in the Constitution, how it's put in there, but when I'm looking at their royal charters, whether it's the South African or the South Sea Charter, that they say the South Sea Charter of America is ended because of the
Well, that's how you would cause a flood and gain more power.
Yes, sir. But the South Sea Charter actually comes from our sovereign kings of Ireland, Scotland, and England. So in hindsight, if they were able to amass workers, amass their own community because they were given that royally to the king, and they were able to use that power and subvert the whole nation. So that's why, like you said, we try and get a specific time, but I just feel like that's what happened in my heart, that certain kings gave away certain charters that maybe did on good faith, or maybe they felt like they was doing something bad and knew was going to come up. And just doing more research, you can't tell, but just to say that you can see Harry S. Truman, great-great-grandfather in 1690 and 1701 getting a royal charter to be able to own lands under the king. Though it's like you have no power or authority over the heirs and my people. So it's like y'all are supposed to pay tribute to us too. Also,
His name, his name in the Royal Army is not Harry S. Truman. There's no such name of Harry S. Truman in Italy. There's no German named Harry S. Truman.
Right. No such thing, no such. And then, like you said, even when I feel like I said, I don't even think our last name was Truman. This one of those super made up names. So, like you said, though, and just to see that whenever they came together, because I'm really looking at the Spanish American War, because when I look at people like Arch Ferdinand, Duke, and stuff, as you're looking at kind of history building up leading up to 1900, it seems like they're really saying that they're also Spanish or Spanish descent. From Spain, so Spain, France, and stuff like that. So like when we think about Spanish and like Hispanics or Mexico, it's more of the Spanish conquest, the Roman Spanish, what they want to say Swiss.
Yeah, of course.
Swiss Catholic.
Of course.
Swiss Catholic. The opponent is just all together. So I was saying that, and I just wanted to say that because again, I'm understanding that when I do bring up the information, it just puts together all about what you're saying about the world fast. Like when I brought up George Pullman before, and I want to bring him back up again too. But I'm actually, let me see if I got the picture. But the company towns, like let me say this: the company stores that you bring up the teaching is about. These people who got the royal charters would have been in charge of creating company towns that were been and that we would have power over as being the heirs and successors to the king, but they have power still over their workers and their families. So they're supposed to keep their workers today. It's like we do stay probably 45 miles or whatever out. We might have a city with parks and probably Grand Day Park. But also we know that we done left these people in charge to be able to build up and do stuff, because we said if we're not over there owning it, then we're giving you a chance to be able to come civilize yourself.
No, but that was common. That's common for the king to do. That's common because they have to. So again, this is just to me just stolen legacy. So let's move along and let's get to the let's get to the point of this convo. Go, come on.
Yes, sir. I'm right here with you. In May 1946, Truman announced his approval and recommendation to admit 100,000 displaced persons into Palestine. And in October creation of the Jewish state. Throughout 1947, the United States Special Commission of Palestine examined the Palestine question and recommended the partition of Palestine into a Jewish and Arab state. In and it's only 2 more paragraphs, so it's going to be real short. On November 29, 1947, the United Nations adopted Resolution 181, also known as the Partition Resolution. So we be hearing Beyonce saying about partition and stuff like that, and they really, of course, like you said, they've been running the Treasury and Truman show. They would divide Great Britain's former Palestine. Now they say this is Great Britain's former Palestine mandate into Jewish and Arab states. So they're saying they're breaking up Great Britain's former land and giving it to the Jewish and the Arab.
That's right. So the Palestinian and the Jew are on the divided land of King George. Go ahead. Yes, right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so under the resolution, the area of religious significance around Jerusalem will remain in Corpus Septerna. Now, I actually looked up that word. I wish I had the screenshot and get straight to it, but I do believe that's going to give back to corporate fictitious and what we already know and what we be speaking about with civil law. So corporate Septerna is a Latin word, but I do believe it's going back towards civil law and what they place themselves under to take the sovereign heirs of Israel and then put a civil, fake corporate Jerusalem under the corporate Septerna. Under international law, under international control administered by the United Nations. And although the United States backed Resolution 181,
Was my second birthday? Was the
creation of the United States United Nations trusteeship with limits on Jewish immigration and the division of Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab provinces, but not states. The State Department concerned about the possibility of an increasing Soviet role, so we got Soviet, which is Stalin in them, in the Arab world, and a potential Cold War is what they're saying, because they kept us in that perpetual war state. So, of course, after World War II is Cold War and all of this stuff. Them fighting each other. So, Arab world and the potential for the restriction by Arab oil producing nations of oil supplies to the United States advised against U.S. intervention on behalf of the Jews. Later, as the date for British departure from Palestine drew near, so they saying, later as the date for British departure from Palestine drew near, the Department of State grew concerned about the possibility of an all-out war in Palestine as Arab states threatened to attack almost as soon as the UN passed a partition resolution. Despite growing conflict between Palestine, Arab, and Palestinian Jews, and despite the Department of State's endorsement of the trusteeship, Truman ultimately decided to recognize the state of Israel. And in hindsight, let me just jump to 19. The First World War I, Britain was the ones who gave immunity to the Jews, the first couple of Jews that was coming to America. They said Great Britain was the ones who put them up under their sovereign, what's what I'm looking for? Sovereign protection.
Yeah, their sovereign banner. Go ahead. They're saying under the protection of the British, they set up. They had to have they had to get Britain, so-called Great Britain, to be the ones to bring them into the land of Palestine and divide that land up into what you see today. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. And why, like you said, though, reason why I'm saying that too is because we understand the stolen valor, and for them to be able to, for us to know that the Israel is the Great Brits, then what they were able to do, and why I brought the information this way.
So Israel is Great Britain. The Brits.
Yes, sir. Israel is Great Britain.
I got you.
Harry Truman saying he's a Zionist, but he's also a Jew. So they like to say we're against this and against that, but they're getting all the benefits that the Jews get. But you're saying that you're against the Jews. So just like Raquel showing us, how can you be a German Jew? And German Nazi, and a German Jew at the same time. Just like Perennial, how could you be Indian and a German Jew, pretty much?
Right.
So it's like, huh?
How could Karimio actually put an Ashkenazi? He actually put an Ashkenaz Jew. How could an Ashkenaz Jew be an Indian? That shit was crazy, GT. But go ahead.
And that is crazy, G. Because I just sent you 2 pictures because and look at the 2 kids. Bring up both of those pictures because one shows Stalin, Truman, and Theodore. Not Theodore. Churchill. And the other picture shows Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Stalin and Churchill. Now I'm gonna send you a video. You can bring it up with the next few classes matches, but what's important is what the enemy, with the Trade with the Enemies Act that President Theodore Roosevelt brought up in 1933. That's with the stealing of the gold, everything, the land. There's a lot of information. It's a short, probably like an hour video, but it brings volumes to the law and the terminology that he was able to enact with his emergency powers, which we watch him, the presidents do to be able to exert, what I want to say, their control over the stolen legacy of the people. So the president, they have to do it in America because America is the ones who want to give it to Britain over there, give it to Russia. It's like the middle
Where black people at? Where black people out with all this going on?
Yeah, where we at? Yeah, look, and like you said, where we at right now?
Yeah. Let's just take a break. Let's take a break and ask everybody. And just where is black people at this time in history? Go ahead.
Man, I'm believing, Professor, and pull up now this, and you need to put this one right up under because the B.E.T. Tower. I found the B.E.T. Tower.
But check this out.
Really,
Check this out. Check this out.
That's why I say, but they are in internment camps right now. They are the refugees right now. This is where Afro Americans are.
That's right. That's right. They're in,
losing their name. Yes, sir.
they're at war. They're POWs and they dying at sea right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what happened was the picture I sent you. Now you ain't got to bring it up immediately. As I was looking, because again, Truman and them would also say they probably got Indian forefathers too. So not also the Brits, they're also the Indians.
Yes, sir.
This is one person that said.
Yes, sir. They everything.
That's important because I just brought up the picture I showed you. It's supposed to be what they call the Pooglaw. I think it's Pooglaw or Poolaw. I got it, but they fought a war in the early, I think it was the late 1800s or early 1900s. And what you're seeing is them in uniform. Now, to me, that's the Cape Town uniform. Who they call the Pacific Islanders, and what were they calling the Man in the High Castle? When they showed the beginning of the show, and they showed that Nazi Germany is running the East, and the West Coast is being ran by
Japanese.
I'm trying to think of that. Yeah, the Pacific Islanders, which is really like the Philippines and stuff like that, correct? I believe I don't want to get too, but I know for sure. The reason why I'm saying it's important is because when I brought up the royal charters, you see that the way that people had to travel routes the way they came from to get to America for the gold rush. So they say, okay, we was coming from the gold rush of 1848, or we came to travel in 1892. They're taking routes to where, like you said, Professor, they're coming in through the east and the west coast at the same time through navigational waters, as you've been explaining. And as they're coming through these navigational waters, they're saying, oh, by law, because again, through the royal charter that they were given by law, it does say that child will be.
Yeah, so all they gotta do is flood. All they gotta do is flood it out.
All they gotta do is flood it out. Little toy shows just blowing up dams, the women, people that saying that they doing up humanitarian rights, but they really will. And like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and showing that it's many nations coming together under one goal and one regime. So that's why I showed you, I just sent a picture of the B.E.T. Tower because I just found it and it's I got a lot of information. I don't want to just drag off. I want to let the next person call that show. But I do want to say this bad picture, but just to show that I'm able to catch the Indian, Japanese, the Indian, whatever, people from there straight, or I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to call them, the Hindu Indian, or what I want to say, the China man. They are people who again came in as the same, what can I say, under the black sun. So they came to under the Nazi regime or the what it is even before they were Nazis. You said that they were not just captains. You said the correct word. I wish I could think of it, Professor. But as I'm thinking about, I'm doing that, I'm seeing the last picture of the Chicago's Eiffel Tower. And this Eiffel Tower that was built in Chicago was burnt down, but it was already made in Chicago prior to this Eiffel Tower in America. I mean, the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And so why I think that's very important is because when I tell you in 1900, they did the Pan-African, not just the Pan-African, it was the Pan Exposition, that's what it was called, of 1900 in Paris. But to me, Paris resembles 1893 Chicago. It looked like the same, all the buildings, everything looked exactly the same as Chicago. So for them to say if they were in Germany or they were here and they were there, they were all actually here committing these atrocities and destroying it and wiping it out of history, putting it to the Truman Show. That like I said again, it was the culmination of the Truman Show in 1945 when President Truman came into power, because I believe through the pictures of him, Stalin, and Winston Churchill, like what you showing, the Stalin could be 4 or 5 people. So to me, Henson, Stalin shaking Truman's hand and stuff like that, and letting people know we pulled off the greatest coup through propaganda ever.
Oh yeah, I told you, Stalin to me is J.P. Morgan Jr. That's J.P. Morgan right there.
Man, come on. So that's why I was like, as I've seen that, and I've been gathering the information, I'm just saying exactly what you've been saying and what you've been presenting to us, and understanding in that type of way that this is the type of mindset that we have to wake up daily and fight for. So just as you were saying Brian King, which I definitely understand what you're saying, Brian King, because my people just went out and probably bought, $15,000-$2,000 worth of gifts, and they realized that some of the family members that's in town can't even take the gifts with them because they got to get back on the plane. They might not even receive the gifts for another, but you just went out there and spent money that you really spend when you can spend it, and you wastefully spend it. You're doing all kinds of stuff. You're not thinking about the main picture right here. It's not even about that Christmas, and we can say all about the what's the wrong number for the paganism in Christmas. It's the fact that there's so many other things that you can do to make your child happy that you just utilize what these people then gave you to initially spoon feed your baby love. Because when you understand, we grow up when we're 20, 30 years old, and we like,
They can do whatever they want. I'm not even in the picture. I don't really give a damn about them. I just care about this history, and I'm not even preaching to the choir. That's preaching to the choir. Let them deal with that. I'm more focused on the Hollywood theatrical takeover of this nation. All that other shit, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. Yeah,
I think I accidentally I didn't screenshot that picture up here when we get off the phone, because I think that's funny.
Yeah, let me get to the next caller. Thank you. Let me get to the next caller. I'm gonna take. Thank you, champ. I'm gonna get to the next caller and see what's going on out there in the world. Coffee and Kush TV, Cairo University, you on the air. What up?
How you doing, Cairo?
What up, champ?
Oh yeah, man. I just need to ask a favor, man.
Where's my phone at?
Hello?
Coffee and Kush TV, Cairo University, you on the air. What up?
Yeah, man, I just needed a favor, man. The wife, I just needed a favor, man. I just wanted to borrow $40, because I've been breakdancing in front of Home Depot for a while now.
Your jokes are that's not even funny. That's not even. Hold up, where's my face on the screen? Is my face on the screen? That's not even funny. You should turn all of your jokes in. They're not even funny. Yeah, just turn them in. Yeah, that's why your life is a failure, because your jokes is lame. You'll never make it. You'll never make it. You ever. First of all, you're afraid of yourself. Second of all, you can't take anything serious. Your whole life is going to be a joke, because we're talking about the most important situations and things in nature. There's a time to play, but now ain't it? Your jokes is corny. There is just total corny, because you can't pay attention, because you don't know what we talking about, because you want to work for the Jewish white man forever, because you don't know how to combat, because you don't really believe in God, because you hate on Kev because he's just that much better than you, because he's smarter. So you just want to come disrupt my class. You ain't got shit else to do in your motherfucking life. You see Kev got the ladies, the fellas in order, and nothing. You ain't got nothing to offer. Your jokes is even corny. So could you say something? Say something. Entertain us. Go ahead. You got the floor.
All right, well, we finna talk about that ball ass head. You got big side head ass.
Go ahead.
Shiny shoe head ass.
Go ahead.
Hood ass boy, you better get your banana peel head ass boy. Better get your little refried bean smelling ass. Get your little
Let me ask you a question. Did you get these? Let me ask you. Did you get these jokes from your brother in the 8th grade or something, sir? Huh, sir? You're on mute. Save your jokes. You're on mute, sir. You're on mute. So everybody knows I got a bald head. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, sir. Anything else? Anything else? All right. Elbow head. That's right. That's right. Ugly ass. That's right. Yeah. And that fires ass up. That's right. It ain't no. Keep going. You got it.
You smell like liver tits. You like a sticky camel.
Mm. All right, buddy. All right. He's done. I guess that's all he had. Press button. That's all he had. That must suck to sit back and watch Mr. Gillespie put on and display some of the coldest information. He mad because I'm teaching all his little homies how to think for themselves. Press 1. All his family is looking at him like, you actually bothering his brother. Ain't no reason to bother him. He actually teaching. You know, you're going to have to get out of mama's or girlfriend's house real soon. Don't worry, son. Don't worry. She's fucking everybody. Press 1. Press 1. Everybody, man. He's fucking everybody. By God, the whole generation of retards, pitiful. Whole lineage. Whole genetic lineage. Every bit of him. He have any kids? They all cross-eyed. All of them just drool and got milk, dried up milk from earlier this morning. They got the old T-shirt from yesterday. Press 1, walking around in their drawers. Pampers sagging. Press 1 can't take care of the kids. Nothing. Press 1. We know. Got the bottle. Got silver, whole mouth full of silver teeth. Cuz got welfare dental plan. This whole mouth full of teeth. Full of silver teeth. Like Kodak Black. All the kids got silver teeth. But anyway, that was real cute, buddy. That was real cute. But to go back to what Rico was saying, you know, you talking 50 million immigrants that came into the Americas at that time. 50 million. That's a lot of names. That's a lot of people. And given the total deaths of World War I, we talking war bonds and all that. All of these people becoming Jews, from Slavics to Romanians to Croatians to Hungarians to Italians to Serbians to Ruthenians to Poles and Czechs and German. Okay, that's very important. Okay, because this is the same folk who are one in America. All of these are not only Jews. If you look down here, when they come to America, are they Jews? They white. Germans are white. Czechs are white. Poles are white. Lutherans are white. Serbians, Italians, Hungarians, Croatians, Romanians, Slavics, all of them. You see what I'm saying? That don't make you think all of them are white people in America, but they're all Jews. But white is a sovereignty here. It's a classification. But so is Jew. So they're white Jews in America. All of them. And you're just black. You're just black. All this knowledge me and Rico is kicking. The brother call in and we teaching enough knowledge that it teaches grandchildren. You see? And we just black. They got homelands. They are Polish, Romanians, Germans, Czechs, Italian, and you just black. But all of these are one as white people in America. In Israel, all of these people are Jews. And more. That's the importance of this conversation. Is wait a minute. Press 1. Kev, why you don't have days where you play music on live set no more? Because people like you was worried about me playing music rather than what's in my mind. That's why I don't want to get confused with a damn star to cause you to have no goddamn sexual attraction to me and nothing like that because you don't deserve that. That's why that's reserved. That's because all my music, all that shit, yeah, that y'all ain't nothing but hurt people. You don't deserve it. You need to be healed. You don't need to be no damn entertained. I can entertain women in my goddamn off time. I don't got to get on this computer. No, that almost fucked me up right there. No, because you gonna think this is a motherfucking game. That's why. That's why. That's why I don't do no music. That's why. Fuck a music. I just teach. That's why. Because because the real me is too smart. That's why I don't want you to be thinking that I'm just some person who do karaoke. Because the real Kevin Gillespie is so much more. I don't want that. But people get that confused. They start thinking they know me. Oh, that's the guy right there who smoke kush. He do karaoke. I just love you, but you really don't know me. You feel me? What you know, you probably like in during karaoke. Who knows? You feel me? That's why. Mentally, no. Because I start teaching about this, and this means so much more. You feel me? This means so much more. When I was doing karaoke, all these niggas start showing up and was like, "Oh, Kev." It's just all the niggas. Like, what the fuck? All the niggas just sat back and was like, "That's right, Kev. That's right." And then when Kev out here teaching, they leave me. So I get one thing. No, ain't no singing because all the niggas gonna sit back and just watch Kev. And this ain't that type of party. Press 1, Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air. What up?
What up? I'm back. Man, I know you ain't talking about.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I ain't trying to get that confused. I get women on my own. Press 1. I ain't bro. This ain't that type of party. Press 1. If you gonna ride with the road, it's with this knowledge and wisdom. You want to be like Kevin, have enough confidence to do goddamn karaoke in front of 200-300 women and shit. You better get your confidence and your knowledge up, bro. Now that's sexy. That's hot. Where a black man can talk about something other than fucking football over a date. And the female could talk about something other than Instagram over a date. Press 1. Motherfuckers can't even talk no more. Just all phones and no entertainment. That's what we don't need. We need to worry about these Germans and Czechs. Ever since I got on this, it's been a wrap. You know? It's been a wrap. Only thing I need to talk about is those 50 million missing people who we are missing in this nation. A whole extermination. Once my brain locked in on that, there is no singing and dancing. There is no party time. There is no party time. I start saying our people want to have more fun than be free. Okay. I realize people want the entertainment because without the entertainment, niggas would be forced to live real lives. And niggas really ain't as cool as they think they is. So yeah, you think niggas ain't hot at Kev because I'm spewing the truth? I don't even know what niggas don't even like me. They just don't like me because they don't even know why. Just because I spew the truth. My shit is high priest, nigga. Reveal it all, nigga. And I expose your life ain't shit. My aura itself. That's why. I don't gotta sing. When I walk in the building, niggas know it's game time. Nigga, this nigga finna see right through me. Press 1. If I can see motherfucking these people, you goddamn right. I can see through you. Press 1. That's why. Oh, it's different when Kev do it. Press 1. It's a problem when I do it, but fuck them. Bird of feather. Yo, this is what I be studying. Press 1. I study shit. Niggas can't even. I go places niggas can't go. Like here. This alone will send you on a whole historical adventure around America. Niggas can't do like that. Niggas can't beat Kev. Press 1. They can't think on their own. Niggas too busy trying to worry about what Kev is doing in the world Where Kev at? Where Kev doing? What's up? They need to be worried about what they doing and what they understanding. I'm teaching and learning something. That's what I do. That's what I'm teaching, and I'm teaching somebody something, and I'm learning something for myself. All that other shit, that's for y'all in the world to play with. You feel me? God ain't gonna do nothing but prove that he's with Kev. He ain't gonna do nothing but show you he's with Kev. I don't even know why y'all out there still playing, because we're winning. Press 1. I win. Press 1 with a camera. I win. I don't lose. I win. I keep trying to tell you. Y'all might well keep trying. Stop faking it. Stop trying. I stopped trying. I know too much. That's the problem. You don't hate me for no other reason, but you not me. Press 1. Some of y'all think if I pass away, you're going to steal my energy. Press 1. Can you believe this? Press 1. This is a new one. They're going to steal my energy. They're going to sacrifice me to get energy. Press 1. They want to sacrifice Carol to get the energy because they are jealous of my supreme stardom ability. Press 1. They think if I just go away, press 1. They can just lure me out there. Press 1. And they can just, I need this type of power. Lord have mercy. Press 1. But you can't get it. Press 1. You got to have a pure heart. And you are tainted. You're dirty. Press 1. It don't work on empty vessels. I'm sorry. You chose your side. It's a wrap. Y'all ain't notice everything a nigga do, y'all lose, and I come greater and greater and greater every time. Y'all ain't figured that shit out yet. That's because y'all don't really believe in God. That's why. Y'all really believe in the devil. Press 1, they don't really believe in God. They believe in Satan. They believe in a trick and materialism. Everybody looking to come up. Press 1, no matter what it is they want to do. Press 1, they want to come up. Press 1, does Satan go, we need to get Kev up out of here. Press 1, Satan come, we need to come on out. Come on out. It's not going to work. Press 1. You're going to fall and bump your head. Press 1. You're going to fall in there. He's so close. Kev, you are the spirit of truth. Thank you. They ain't realized that yet. They think the Bible is fake. They think this is a character because I smoke weed and shit. You feel me? I do regular shit, like drink coffee. And they don't give a fuck. They don't care, family. They don't care about none of that. You hear me, Black and Silver? They don't care about that. They know all that. They don't care. Oh, we work for Satan. Get out of here. Press 1. They in my realm. I'm going to get out. They try to swarm around and like little flying monkeys and shit. Always trying to see where Kev at. Kev will tell you where he at. But y'all so much cowards. Press 1. They all cowards. Press 1. They all cowards. So they wasn't cowards. That's why I think this shit funny. Because you don't have to put so much work in to see me. That's why. It was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? I'm from the street, sir. You are setting the captives in Wonderland free. And that's what they don't want. See, they need you to believe in the characters. Like these little stupid comedians. You don't need to believe in no more comedians, no more rappers, none of that shit. You see they all dying out. All that shit dead. They got to call the internet. They all trying to become podcasters and talk about what relationships is and shit because ain't nobody got one. They don't know what to do. They're all fucked up. They're using the last bit of their little fucking fairy dust to even survive. Jeez. There's not even no rap albums coming out. It's just bullshit. They're just bullshitting around on the internet with Whack 100 on Clubhouse. Nobody's doing nothing. Nobody's talking about nothing. Nobody's doing nothing. Just big cloud, big Kev with all the super knowledge. You think God put me on this earth with this big ass widget head for nothing? Press 1. Nigga, girls massage this right here when I be sleeping. Press 1. You a fool? Press 1. I'm so smart, they just rest your brain. You ever had a black woman rub your head like this and rest your brain? You a criminal. You ain't got nothing to rest. You go to jail, nobody cares, bro. You niggas go to jail, nobody cares, bro. I go to jail, free Kev. Press what? Free Kev. Get him out of here. Facts. You go to jail, don't call my phone. Boop. Press 1, your girlfriend gone. Press 1, she don't even want you. Press 1, your girl gone, bro. She gone. You go to jail, the house and rent foreclosure. Press 1, no attorney. Baby, with my boobs, ass naked. Press 1, my boobs. Press 1, no father, so my bub. They ain't got no daddy. My bub. Press 1. They got me. They got me. I'm in a recall. What they gonna get me? They gonna give me 15 years probation. Should I take the deal and snitch? Should I take the deal and snitch? Bunch of rats. None of y'all niggas can fool me, Carol, or nothing. Press 1. That's why I chose this route, because that route is fake. You gotta be a real nigga to think about real man issues. If you can't think about this as a man, you spend your life playing, nigga, that's why you in your mental condition. You in Wonderland. You give Mickey Mouse more respect than you give a brother trying to teach you something. That's why y'all niggas is failures. Press 1. That's why y'all niggas it's the same spirit that'll kill Nipsey Hussle. Get that old demonic shit, giggly shit up out of here. Press 1. That's the same shit that killed all niggas always playing and hating on niggas who think contrary, then they old set up trap ass mentality. Press 1. Press 1. I don't even know what it is. It's just that y'all niggas can't develop. Your brains can't develop. You spend your life playing. It hurt to think. Press 1. Oh, my brain hurt. Press 1. I can't think of this right now. I'm gonna be a fucking janitor or something. I can't think, and I hate people who think for themselves. Press 1. Fucking Democrat head ass nigga. Press 1. I can't think for myself. Mama. Press 1. What's wrong? I got a headache. What's wrong? I was reading this book. That motherfucker 8 pages. Press 1. Nigga don't know no math. They ain't studied nothing. Don't know no math whatsoever. Press 1. Don't know no math whatsoever. Calling my phone. I'm over here talking about Nazi Germany. Press 1. That's what's wrong with our community. Nigga don't know no math. You ask him something on an elementary ass math chart, he ain't gonna know nothing. He thinking of something right now. He better not ask me what 2 + 2 is. He don't know shit. Press 1. If something happened in his family, nobody calls him. Because he ain't got nothing on nothing anyway. If somebody die, he ain't got no money on nobody. Go to jail, ain't no money coming for you from him. He go to jail, ain't no attorney. Nobody cares. Nobody gonna even look for him. Press 1. Nobody gonna even look for him in the sheriff's lookup department. Press 1. They gonna say, oh, he must be out there running the street again. Press 1. Nobody cares, bro. And in our communities, these the type of niggas that hold bright individuals like myself back. We start believing these niggas. He probably want to laugh that I look sharp. I probably look so good he can't even laugh. Press 1. See, it be these niggas. What you think you doing? What you think you teaching? Because he ain't never experienced that. Press 1. Nigga ain't never had no nigga teach him nothing. That's so sad. His daddy or his big homies ain't never taught him nothing. That's sad. It hurt him to think that the Nazis took over America. That shit hurt. Nigga probably shake hands. His boss is probably a Nazi. Press 1. His boss, he can't talk this free. Niggas get handed checks, family. Here, press 1. Good boy, busting down the wall. Press 1. You don't know nothing about no free mindset. You don't know nothing about that. Everything he know, he been taught. Not that everybody been taught something, but everything he know about history and himself has been taught by white supremacists. If you ask him on a serious note who he is and what his culture is and who he is, he wouldn't know nothing. Law, he don't know nothing. All he know is I'm a slave. We come from Africa, and our ancestors from Wakanda said it. These niggas don't know nothing, and that's what they embarrass. They embarrass. They ain't even that they don't like me. I embarrass these niggas, bro. I laugh at their historical events, bro. I laugh at their gods, bro, because that shit weak as hell. Press one, that's why. Press one. Can't nobody battle it. So they all jealous. They all upset. They all like bitter. My name tastes like sardines to these niggas. And that was my intention, to affect them niggas with hate. Press one so I can derive off of their stupid hate. Press one, that's the best time I shine, nigga. When I get niggas mad and hating at my flow. You feel me? That would get them mad. Take the last 20, 30 minutes of my show just talking shit. Press one. I still ain't even got to the Hollywood video. I'm still up here teaching. Most niggas run their mouth all day and don't be talking about shit but what Lil Durk said. Press one. Nigga mad because this girl watching me talk about important matters in the world. You ain't never seen a nigga in a suit and tie with such urban dialect bounce back and forth and be so impeccable with his speech patterns. Press one. Running up and down these streets playing all day. What I say, D. Jordan? Nigga run up these YouTube streets trolling, listening to Charleston White. He come over here, his brain work backward. And listen to little ass kids say Cheese TV. Then get mad. Why they always showing us these things? They got a full mustache and beard. I'm about why they doing this to me. You a grown ass man. Press one. You too grown to be talking about some metaphysical bullshit. Press one. Always playing. Walking up the street playing. Ain't nobody playing but you. Ain't nobody playing with the black man but himself. Nigga got all type of excuse in the world. But ladies, I'm going to be real with you. When they turn Kevin Samuel off, they go right back to O-Block. They go right back to DJ Academics, little fat ass. The black man in America is raised off the internet. These niggas live in Wonderland. Every nigga out here, every nigga I'm running across right now, nigga all got imaginary women problems. Press one. That's what I realized about these weak ass niggas. They all got imaginary women problems. All crying on it. Oh, what we gonna do in the relationship? What we gonna do in the relationship right now? Press one. Imaginary ass girl problems. Coffee and Kush TV on the air. Sir? Wait, hold on. I got to put you on the air. Hold on. This going to get interesting. What you say, sir? What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Chris, and I'm calling from Alabama, although I got a 770 area code.
I don't even know what that is, but go ahead, champion.
Well, like you said, man, black men in America, we are children, and I can admit that myself. And it's a movie that I've been watching since 2009, but
you've been watching the movie since 2009 all the way up until now? You just finished it?
All the way up until
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I just seen it with my new set of eyes. What you telling me is, if you allow me to just keep speaking, and I keep going.
Go ahead, champion.
It's this movie, Princess and the Frog. And ever since I was on the highway riding, get me up out of here. That's the ideological subversion.
But okay.
In this movie.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm trying to hang with you. Go ahead.
Okay, let me break it down. Okay, you talking about ideological subversion, you talking about switching identities, you talking about bankers, J.P. Morgan, you talk about the Kraken.
all of this is in that movie. Although it's a cartoon or Disney movie, but it's all, it's all little small stuff. It don't go into no detail. But if you would just allow me to explain the movie a little bit, that was just hitting me upside the head. I'm just like, wow. I mean, like when she was a kid and she was on the train, it was a guy reading the newspaper that had Wilson as president, right? Mr. Gillespie,
Yes.
hello?
I'm here. I'm listening to you. So she's on the train. It's a guy cut scene. He's reading the newspaper, and Wilson is president.
Wilson for president on the paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now she a kid going down the train, going to the lower quarter. They just left the rich part of New Orleans. So as they going on down, then they get to the hood. And, oh, it's, the family, the daddy around, they all cooking. And then boom, 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 years go by. And then they show a picture of her daddy that looks like like the pictures you show of the guys in the catacomb with the same army outfits and all this and that.
Yeah, with the helmet.
With the head, man, it's all there. The outfit. Then
Okay, so what happened? What happened with this? Now I'm interested in Princess and the Damn Frog, sir. Go ahead.
And then she put her pennies in the drawer, and then she go on about her day. Boom, she get like 30 minutes of sleep. She got to go to her next job. She just got all work. Dude, she got to go to the next job. But then, all the ideological subversion come in. Then, all the people that's her peers is like, girl, you work all the time. You need to get out and party and da 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 da. But she like, shit, I gotta work. I gotta get my own business. This and that. All that. It was all in the movie. Then, her mama come in. She like, I want some grandbabies. You work too hard. Blah blah blah. So all I can think about is Marcus Singer right there. Just like, dang, she don't even want to have no kids. But and then on in the movie, boom, a big ass boat pull up. I'm like, okay. And then this dude, he called himself a prince, but he broke. He get off the boat. So I'm looking at that like, damn, just the immigrants right here. After the war, after Wilson. And I'm just like, damn, it's all right here. And then a party goes down, and then I think they get turned into the frogs, and then they float off. But the octopus seen them, and he like, damn, am I tripping? And all his arms closed their drinks out. I'm just like,
He said all the what?
Cracking, right? It was an octopus in the scene. They was at a Halloween ball or some kind of ball where they was all dressed up and whatever because the prince came into town. And as the scene was going on, they cut to an octopus, and all the arms had a drink in their arms, but it's just a man in the costume. And then when he like seen them, like, what the hell? He just all the arms closed the drink out. I was just like, wow.
So what do you get? What do you get from all that? What are you saying? It's a lot of subliminal messaging in Princess and the Frog?
All I want to say is real. Excuse me.
I've never even seen Princess and the Frog, but I hope somebody out there saw it, and I hope they can put it in their brains.
Man, I've been watching it with my child since 2009, and I've never seen it this way until this year, man. Until I saw.
Oh, what you mean is you're actually listening to what they're saying, and you can actually see through imagery what they're doing. What's being the story being told. I get you.
Whole nine. That's it. You even got the Shadow Man. He's switching identities and everything. Like, he got the straw people, the voodoo people, they straw men, switching identities.
No shit.
Voodoo, New Orleans. Oh, how they try to portray it. But yeah, I saw it in that movie. But you said yourself before that they put little bits and pieces in movies.
Yeah. They've been putting it in movies, and they put the whole thing, if you know how to look at it. It's not really, if you know their history, then you will see how to perceive what they're saying. And I think that's what that's what a lot of people is doing when I get messages from people is, damn, have you saw this movie? Have you saw this? And a lot of people are just recognizing the language and the imagery being displayed on camera, like, damn, they know all this. Like, yeah, and it's in different films in many different ways. And if you know their history, then you can see it, whether the people are young, old, whether it's animals, whether bugs, whether it's a bug's life or whatever it is, the same storyline of events are happening. And if you know your history, then you'll know what's being conveyed. You know, so shout out to you, man. Thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Yeah. So yeah, you be able to. It's a lot of movies like showing the cutting off of Satan and the fall. That's what you've been living in. You've been living in the fallen angels world, like the world where you cut off from the law, where you're barred from the law. So you're like in a prison because you're barred from the law, from supreme justice. No, excuse me. You're barred from supreme justice because you're trying to reach something materialistic or whatever got us fucked up out here and barred. That's the bar is your opposition to justice. That's why the American that shield is set up like a bar, like that Union shield of that woman fighting back, so the people can't reach the heavens where justice and supreme law and justice is, you know, and you can't cry out to supreme law and justice or God per se because you cut off. You're barred. Your speakers is getting you deals with getting you deals, and you can't speak for yourself because you're a criminal. So we don't develop a whole culture full of criminality and being barred from supreme law and justice and find living there very comfortable if they give us something every now and then. It's kind of like a jailer. You know, you get comfortable in jail and that you know what time the jailer coming, you know, at a specific time, you can really ask him for something, he'll go get it. It's kind of like that on a good day. Catch him on a good day, he'll get you some brownies. It's kind of like that. And we found comfort in living in debt, like debt bondage, straight communistic, socialist welfare state. Everybody's in debt, still trying to put up a front. Press one. Everybody's in debt and still trying to put up a front. Still trying, can't even mentally say, okay, this is a show, this is this. They really taking a artificial character self outside to the real world. Better sit your goofy ass down. Okay. Well, we over here talking about 50 million people. 50 million. Harry S. Truman in a whole outfit. These people call my show talking about nothing. Harry S. Truman in a full Nazi garb. Press one. If I was in this garb, if Adolf Hitler, if Harry S. Truman, if this was a color scheme, this is a straight Italian Nazi to me. It don't get no more worse than this. It don't get no more worse than this. But we saw them throwing the Nazi sign at Woodrow Wilson. But I'm saying right here, being the French, I already showed y'all the French, not just German, but the French, by way of the Red Cross, are Nazis. The Nazis were being shipped to America and identities changed by way of the Red Cross. I've shown y'all this over and over again, and I will do it one more time. I will do it more because it don't take much for me. The Red Cross was switching the identities from Nazi Germans over to Americans, over to English names, to give them more names here in the Americas. And this was all being done illegally. Let me see if I can find this photo of the French Red Cross changing the identities. And when the Nazi hunters are looking for these individuals, a lot of these people, most of their identities was changed by way of the Red Cross, if not all of them. It's kind of hard to get from over there to over here without the help of either J.P. Morgan and the White Star Line and the Red Cross. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up? What up, Taj?
Man, that when you and Vic were going, when you were going on the chart, it sparked something in me because I remember going across that when I was dealing with the people in the Red Cross, specifically Jeremiah Jenks, and they had something in Congress called the Dillingham Immigration Commission.
Go ahead.
And that's where it appears like those 50 million people were coming in. It's like they were, that commission not only was dealing with immigration, but they were also dealing with eugenics, they were dealing with, let me pull it back up. So Jeremiah Jenks, he was dealing with eugenics, he was dealing with antitrust, and they were also dealing with the labor unions.
Really?
The people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell me if I'm wrong when they brought up those 50 million people over there, because it was only looking the little bit of stuff I was looking at. It was only that damn near double the population at that point. Am I correct on that?
It doubled
like,
what?
It's almost like
It doubled what population here?
Yeah, the population in the United States, because from what I've seen, it was only about 70 million people in the United States at that point in that decade, up until that major influx, like 50 million people coming through at that time, all from European, you know what I mean, northeastern European descent.
Could be.
So I really had a question. As far as the labor unions, where they use, because these dudes that's all in the labor unions, they're also they were all a couple of these dudes were tied into the Boy Scouts. Were they coming in like giving them jobs, because we established that the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts were some of those grown people. Were they like giving them jobs and creating that sleeper cell for that like operation? Is like a pre-operation werewolf type of deal. So they had like sleeper cells in here already, and then they flipped and turned on the coup d'etat at that point. All right.
I don't.
The World War I coup d'etat.
That's up for you. That's up for you. That's up for you to say. Did the coup d'etat happen here, or did it happen at this time frame? And what holds more weight to you? You see what I'm saying? In your mind, so you can actually sit and ponder that. It's not. I can say yes. I can say, oh, sure, why not? But you may find more evidence somewhere else. That's for you to ponder. Did the coup d'etat happen then or here? Or was that more of a state coup d'etat sponsored by the federales? Or was this all one great war from World War I to World War II, and the only split was by way of propaganda? Maybe they drew you out in World War I, got you out of there in World War II. You see, because the loan went out as well. Never did the loan ever come back? No. Did your soldiers ever come back? No. So it's a lot of angles to that, and it's a lot of thought that can be put behind that conversation. You can talk about that. Who knows what comes out of that? You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna fall back and ponder that, man. But appreciate everything you're doing up there.
Shout out to you, sir, my man. Yeah, so when y'all look on the screen, you can see uh Harry S. Truman is wearing down there the same damn outfit as them. This is no difference in these outfits other than rank and all this other shit. But the Italy was turning Nazis by way of Red Cross and changing them into Englishmen, Brits, and all other things. Because again, they feel an identity. So you got a lot of black, French, German, a lot of black so-called American. All these people never came home, and they did was a small amount of other foreigners that they brought back with them. Facts. Most of your soldiers died overseas, died at sea, lost at sea. World War One, the Great War, the most deaths ever recorded in history. They just killing. Coffee and Kush TV, Cairo University. Thank y'all, of course. Shout out to the people who's contributed to this podcast, this truth. It is now 5:30 on the East Coast. And I think I've worked y'all brain enough. Shout out to Brenda. Shout out to you, Miss Chaka Davis, TC. Shout out to you, Amanda, Jason Harris, Brian King, and Ty. Shout out to y'all for the support for today's program. And if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, it'll be awesome to find out that a lot of these people identities was changed, and we're talking all the way to the White House. So we're not just capturing the moment in a video where the guy is throwing up a complete swastika in the White House. Hell, Harry S. Truman could be a German or a Nazi Frenchman himself. To be a Nazi Frenchman himself. Again, what happened under Truman that makes it so such a Holocaust situation? Woodrow Wilson, Pope Pius, the Catholics, the Orthodox Christian, so-called Christian, and the Jews. The Jews played so much a part in the propaganda used to make you the villain. I mean, if you're gonna kill this many people, you gotta dehumanize them. You can't have them looking like human beings. You gotta make them look like some damn monkeys. Make it look like you putting down some animals. These people are ruthless and uncivilized. Press one. So in that train of thought, you want to be mentally capable. We talking about the Holocaust, the Black Holocaust, the black one. This Harry S. Truman right here. Okay, these people are a part of to me, a army regime that's invading the Americas. We didn't get the history you getting in schools today is put together by these people. Your history is put together by the Carnegies and folk. Not way back in the Indian time. Your school wasn't given by no Indian. The Indians told y'all this story. These people told y'all the Indian story. These people told you the going back to Africa story. These people told you what they did and brought you a slave from over in America and just stood you up with Abraham Lincoln. Your whole timeline of existence come from Nazis in Russia, Nazi Germany. and their recollection of what they did to you. And guess what? You're not the victim in this story. They are. Could you believe that? You're not the victim in this story. They are. After all that they've done to you, guess who the victim is? Them. They the victim. Who else was going to be the victim? Karen. That's who the victim is. Coffee and Kush TV. I thank y'all for tuning into the program. Hopefully you learned something. If not, come back tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you'll learn something then. You know, shout out to the trolls out there, the people who really don't like Kev Rowe for whatever reason. Shout out to y'all. You feel me? Shout out to the people who stuck with Kev up until here. I hope y'all follow me on my sports show. Go over there to my patreon.com/Kev Gills TV. We're doing the commentators for the UFC and the boxing and over there. And I'm just getting my background together. And Kev Rowe at night, as conspiracies at night, all of these conversations, great conversations at night with Kev, open mic. You know, just stay tuned. Sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com. And as always, family, I'll holla.